Hi guys, welcome back to Exhale the podcast. I'm Sheree.
I'm Kira.
And today we went for something a little bit different. The topic is environmental choices versus hereditary traits in people. And
I think that's already a bit deep when I think about it.
it is, and it's not really spoken about like that.
It's not. But let's start off by maybe talking about good people versus bad people.
I don't think there's such thing. People are people. Do you think there's...
Yeah.
It's...
I get what you're
There's
trying to
such thing,
say,
but I know
but
what you mean.
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that portray more badness than others.
It's
Does that
true.
make sense?
No, you're 100% right.
So that's where we'll
But
put them in that
I
bad
just feel like
person.
saying good people and bad people in terms of hereditary or environmental. I think that the subject is about what is the biggest effect. You know what I'm saying? What affects you more? And when we come up with the results of what affects you more, maybe we'll come up to a different conclusion on whether that person's good or bad or their experiences.
Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
We'll get into that. Well, like we were speaking about earlier on, like for example, someone that is maybe let's start off by saying, you know, like how you grow up a child, like a person has a child. I always think, I haven't got a child for myself, but I always think it's a child, how they are later on in life, it's always however they were brought up. Definitely how they were brought up and how the people around them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
I always believe in that, even though I haven't got a child, but it's like I can see it with my sister and just like my family, people around me.
You was a child at once, so...
I was just about to say, I just feel like...
But I can see it now that I'm an adult. I can more like say, okay, I definitely know this is... Because I will argue.
I know what you
I will
mean.
argue with people on this fact. And I'm like, no, definitely they're this way because when they were this age or when they were younger, mum didn't or dad didn't, kind of put this into place. This is why they're like this. What do you think?
I just feel like, as a whole, childhood in general, it molds the person you become later on in life. It has a very, even if it doesn't do it 100%, it has a very big impact on who you will later be. So, for example, if you was raised really badly as a child, obviously as an adult, that will affect you, and it will.
Saying that, I don't think parenting always determines on how someone turns out. So
It doesn't.
Not
'cause I
necessarily
was-
parenting.
it doesn't.
Not necessarily parenting, but more like the environment that
I was
you're
gonna
in.
say,
As a child, your childhood, what you used to see, what you was surrounded by. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, I just feel like that part, that stage of life is what molds you. So not so much just parenting, just the environment as a whole. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And what you grew in.
I feel
Definitely.
like it doesn't always have an effect, but again, I think it does a lot of the time too.
Yeah.
So it's half and half. It's not always down to parenting because some parents do a very good job.
Yes.
And the children rebel because the parents are too nice and are doing too good.
Definitely.
And they're not disciplined.
Definitely.
And they feel like, you got some parents that want to keep you away from the roles. My child will never be like that. But the children go out there and they glamorize and see stuff out there that draw them in.
Of course,
that
of
their
course.
parents never wanted them to be in. And there's a prime example, there's guys, I'm not going to mention their names, that they go on right now like they're bad, but they come from good family home.
Of course.
Mummy and daddy are married. They don't know what it's like to be without daddy. They don't know what it's like to struggle. Both parents have money, like money. They live in houses with all 3 floors and they're badge doing things.
That's where the environmental factor comes into play though.
Yeah.
Because if mum was, if your parents saw they were good parents.
It still comes into
once
place.
you come out of your house, your parents, there's no longer,
doesn't
they
really
can't
matter.
parent you once you go to
Exactly.
school, you're on the street, there's only so much they can do, do you know what I mean?
Plus they say, if I heard someone say before, nobody has the same parents even if you got the same parents.
100%. It's
I'm
so
trying to
true.
think of that. I'm so bad with stuff like that. Nobody,
But you know
say
what?
that again?
I'm glad you didn't get it because I didn't get it either.
Say that again.
Maybe it's not
Nobody?
on the rum.
Nobody has the same parents even if you got the same parents.
No, I completely understand you because
It's
you
okay,
can,
over my
all right,
head.
cool. Me and you could be sisters and be completely different, but we're
Yeah.
raised by the same parents.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you know
okay.
what I mean? And that's so true.
Because you could be
That's
could have
very
a
true.
brother or sister, but how they receive your parents is totally different to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it now.
So it's
100%.
and how your parents deal with each child is different to how
It's
the
different,
child is.
yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
true.
So nobody's, even if you got the same parents, you ain't got the same parents.
That makes
You get what
sense.
I'm
That
saying?
makes so much sense.
That's a fact.
But yeah, like I was saying, definitely environmental factor plays a big role
It does.
when it comes to kids or teenagers or whatever, rebelling against, especially if they have a good household or a good
Yeah.
parents. Sometimes I just don't understand it, but then I kind of do, because I'm like, I feel like parents need to have a bit of a balance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There needs to be. I know it's easier said than done because I'm not a parent, but I've seen it with my mum and whatever. There needs to be a bit more of a balance instead of being like too harsh, too strict.
What do you think makes a good parent? Saying that.
I couldn't
balance.
I couldn't tell you, but balance is is the biggest word I can use because I've seen it.
I don't know why you keep saying you
because I'm not a parent. No, let me tell you, a lot of people be like, you're not mom, or you're not.
Yeah, no, you can still have an opinion.
Do you know what I mean? I just feel like balance is key. Like you just can't be too strict and you just can't be too nice because then either way.
I think everything comes down to circumstances and dealing with the circumstances.
Definitely.
You get what I'm saying? So even in me as a father, until I had to deal with certain circumstances, I didn't know where I stood as a father. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think dealing with issues, just being able to love your kids through their hard times and through their mistakes as well.
Definitely.
I think if your kids don't make mistakes and you think that they're good because they don't make mistakes, that's not necessarily true neither.
I feel like the key thing is not just balancing the parents. I get what you're saying. You're right. I get what you're saying on that.
What do you think it is?
Right. I think the balance is in the environmental side.
Definitely,
but you can't help that.
You can't
control that.
You can't control it. I'm not saying you can't control it. I don't think you can control it. Yeah, but I feel like the levels need to be right on this side and the levels need to be right on that side. And I'm not telling you that this is something you can control because that's something that you can't control and they need to get into the right balance over here. And you can't do nothing about that. But the balance needs to be right over here. You can control this because we're parents over here.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we can control this balance, but we can't control that balance.
The other half.
We just need to hope that this balance is correct.
Yeah, I get it.
I feel what you mean as a parent.
Yeah,
because you can have the right balance as a parent.
Yeah.
But their environment is mad.
Of course.
So no matter how your balance is over here, they could be a perfect parent, not too strict, not too calm, just a good parent doing everything right. And then the environment is mad. It don't matter what's going on over here. So I think like the balance needs to be
on both sides.
That goes into a fact where I don't think you can always blame parents for the outcome.
No, you can't. No. You can't. Like you just said, prime example, an environment. The environment that you're around does play a big part into how a person like turns out or how, you know what I mean? It definitely does. But what I was saying about, go on, Donna.
So what I was gonna say, so do you think as a person then, going back to the beginning question, the environmental choices makes that person, or do you feel like it's hereditary? Because we haven't even touched on hereditary traits yet.
A bit of like 50-50, just like what he was saying. A bit of 50-50, right? Because you can't say like your like hereditary traits, like how your parents like have brought you up and stuff, has made you as a person. Because you have to go out into the world. You got to go to school. You got to do this. There's another, like what you were saying, another side to it where it kind of makes that kind of whole.
But just to be devil's advocate, hereditary traits you can't help. Do you get what I mean? I mean, you can't help the environment either. But if something's hereditary, that's it. There's nothing.
But what would we actually say hereditary traits?
I was gonna say,
I mean,
what do hereditary traits look like?
I'm trying to think,
because I think depending on the person's environment, a lot of time when someone's like dad was a gangster, usually the son's soft.
I'm looking at it.
Sometimes the son follows in. So it's even like if a dad's a millionaire, doesn't mean the son's gonna be a grinder like the dad. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, normally 9 times out of 10 means that because his daddy's a money man, he's not gonna put in as much work.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Daddy's got him.
Yeah, I get that.
But it kind of depends though. Some people are different.
Can I tell you about Jackie Chan? I read this up and it's funny we're having this conversation. I read this up a week ago. Jackie Chan cut off his son. You know that?
Why?
Yeah, because his son was a bum. Sorry, it was a bit harsh in the word.
No, but I get what you're saying. Get straight to the point.
His son always wanted to.
Was relying on dad. Yeah.
Dad said,
which is
wrong. I
wrong.
want you to do this. I want you to do that. And he embarrassed Jackie Chan. You know, Jackie Chan worked hard for his money, and then his son came into the industry and started snorting and doing all these drugs and and he embarrassed Jackie Chan and made Jackie Chan had to work harder.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Son that he brought into the industry. You know what Jackie Chan done?
What?
He cut him off as a son completely and said, "You are getting no more money from me because you've embarrassed me."
How old is his son, first of all?
I don't know the ages now.
He's grown. Well, he must be a grown guy. Yeah, that's just crazy. I do definitely agree with that because it's like at some point in time you kind of have to take responsibility off yourself.
Yeah,
as an adult,
of course.
You can't be living off your parents forever.
So true. Regardless, because you know, like sometimes people don't necessarily. I'm not okay. it's gonna sound a bit harsh. You know, like sometimes people necessarily don't want to take responsibility of their actions, and they tend to blame it, as we said, on childhood,
on their parenting,
on my mum done this and my dad done that, or when I was growing up this happened to me. Sometimes I feel like as people, you just need to just like own your behavior.
I know what you, but some
Like,
people just don't understand it.
Yeah.
They just don't like this topic that we're talking about. They just don't understand it. That's why we're trying to kind of dig deeper into it. They just don't get it. It kind of goes over their head like I'm the way I am because I'm just the way I am.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Or they blame it.
Or they blame it.
Or
Or
like
I was saying,
because of
it's
my
one or the
mum.
other.
My mum did
That's
this.
it. It's one or the other. I feel like some people are just, it doesn't matter what happened to you. You are how you are because you choose to be like this.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other set of people that is like, it totally matters what happened to me before. I am who I am because of this. Does that make sense?
Do you know?
So yeah, I feel like
It's a bit of both.
yeah.
It's a bit of yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Majority of my life, I blamed other people, including my family members, for the way the reason why I am how I am, and the way I am how I am. And I blamed most of them because they done this to me and they done that to me. And if you didn't do this, then I wouldn't be like this. I only started living. The day I started living and I started to progress and start to do things with myself is when I stopped blaming people. And I turned around and said, you know what, you did do this to me.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away. You, mum, you did do this to me.
But
Dad, you did do this to me.
and then you
However, I could have reacted differently. And
Yeah.
even though you done this to me, I could have reacted and still done this and done it in a way. I didn't have to turn around and start pointing fingers and start like feel sorry for myself.
No,
and
of course,
you
of course.
done this and you that. And when you start feeling sorry for yourself and blame the world, you're gonna sit in the corner over there and nothing's happening with your life because you get into a comfortable state of saying it's your fault, it's your fault, and your fault. And while you're pointing fingers and saying it's your fault, you're not moving nowhere.
Could be
No, of course not.
Once you
That's
get
so
to the
true.
stage and say you hurt me, you done this to me. However, you see the however.
That's the biggest
that's,
part.
That is the
That,
big
but a
thing.
lot of people don't have it.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
let
it's
you
true.
stop me though. Because
Yeah.
you did do this to me, mum. You're lucky you're my mum though. I still love you because you're my mum. That's the only reason I love
Do you think we have crazy expectations for our parents?
Some people
Sometimes
do. Yeah.
I feel like
I feel like some
sometimes
people do.
sometimes people genuinely believe like you are my parent, so you
Yeah.
have to do this
Yeah, they
because
forget that
that's
they're
what
human.
parents do. Exactly.
And I think that's what a lot of people do. So when even a lot of people take on what the world tells you, how you should have been raised up and what was perfect, what would be the perfect way, it's not necessarily the perfect way.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
And
not. I don't think no one
It's
is
not.
the perfect
yeah,
way.
it's true. I was
Nobody's
just
way is the
about to
perfect
say
way.
that.
Then the flip side. to that-
Characteristics are a big part of how you're influenced as well.
Of course.
So and that's a big part. Like if you say that you've been raised up in a good household, sometimes it makes you weaker to the influence. And
Definitely.
those are like, and also sometimes some of the things that we do doesn't make us bad people, but they might stress out somebody else.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
they
You know what I'm
label
saying?
you as, because that's
It's
what I was
true.
saying earlier on. Now
It's
you're
true.
bad.
So,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's true.
That's crazy. But what I was gonna say as well, I know someone as well personally that they grew up quite rough, if that makes sense. Like even though they had the love from their parents or whoever brought them up, they had the love, but they had a lot of like, I feel like it was harsh discipline.
Okay.
But I really feel like me, because I'm that person that will dig deeper. Now that you're a grown person, I'm like, I definitely can see how your past has kind of affected you as a person, as an adult now, if that makes sense. But like I was saying, there's some people that actually don't even think about stuff like that, because the person that I'm talking about doesn't. They just feel like I'm just
It's
like this because
normal,
the way
yeah.
because I'm like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They will never dig deeper into it. So I'm just like, I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Kind of just dig deeper into why we're the way we are, because I feel like it comes from somewhere.
No,
It's not.
100%.
On the flip side as well, I feel like we can defend, but it's both sides as well. I don't think only that we, as much as children should take accountability and stop blaming people, I'm going to say the flip side, and this might be a sore subject, but a lot of parents need to take accountability.
Definitely.
Of course.
Oh,
Definitely.
100%.
Because a
Thank
lot
you.
of parents, I want to tell you the biggest thing right now, especially with Caribbean parents.
Oh God, we don't even want to get
I'm going
to
to say it. What's the big something I'm going to say it? I don't care. I'm going to say it.
Oh God.
Children must be seen and not heard. Yeah, you grow up like that.
Yeah.
You grow up feeling like you don't ever have a voice.
Yeah.
Because I'm your child, I am beneath you. Yeah, and because of how my parents grew me, not even my parents, my mum grew me. Yeah, you must be seen and not heard because you're my child. Do you know what I tell my son?
What?
you can tell me anything in the world that you want.
Of course.
I don't care how bad it is. Talk to me. Do you know why? Because I wasn't able to talk to my parents. Yeah.
So I'd
when I
like
was
you to
angry,
open up,
I
yeah.
went through what I went through. I was too scared to speak to my parents because I got that beating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to go out there on the streets and push my feelings out in a different way because
Of course.
I couldn't talk to my parents.
Yeah.
I don't want my son to go through that. I want my son to feel like you're always going to be seen and always going to be heard.
Yeah,
In
of
fact,
course.
yeah, I learned from my son.
We do. We learn
I was
from
just
like.
about to say,
I'm
we
glad
learn
you've
from-
said
yeah.
that because you will never hear a Caribbean parent
No,
say,
you
"We
wouldn't.
learn from
Yeah,
that time,
no.
Exactly.
like that is
wouldn't.
just not it.
And
You
that
wouldn't.
should be what it is, though.
Of
It's
course,
so
because
true.
we're all
I learn from my
people.
son.
We're all people.
It's
We
so
learn
true.
every day.
My son's 5 years old, yeah, and he comes home from school, yeah, or I have him not come home like I live with anybody, but he will come to my house and he will tell me things that he learnt in school, yeah, and I will learn from him.
Of
100%.
course.
Yeah.
That's
Because
me.
we're
That's my
adults
answer,
now.
100%.
Like we're not on that path anymore where we're learning and like,
Yeah,
we're doing
yeah,
other
yeah.
things about life. So we learn stuff every day. I learn stuff from my little. So like, okay, does that okay?
Yeah.
Like literally.
It's true.
Sometimes you just learn about yourself, really.
100%.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And learn
That, do you know what? That's
yourself.
so crazy that you say that, because I feel like, especially of recent, I feel like I am learning about myself through my son.
Yeah.
That's the hereditary side to it now.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I look at him and I'm like, you're me. Like,
Yeah.
don't ever feel like you can
The raw,
go
unfiltered
underneath
version.
Yeah,
me because
because
I've
know.
done that.
Yeah.
You are me. You
Yeah.
can't tell me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
And that's
Yeah.
that side that's got nothing to do with no environment. You're just me.
You
And
can
that's
see
the-
it.
So when
yeah.
you're ready to flip, because that was me when I was younger. I never used to like to take corrections or accountability.
yeah,
When I was young, like I hated it.
Yeah.
I could
And
do
you can
something
see
wrong,
it.
and my mum would tell me off, and I would start crying because I'm like, "Why are you telling me off for?
Yeah.
Just leave me. I didn't do nothing when I fully know. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So as I grew older, literally, I hated that trait. Now, if I do something wrong, I'm the first person to be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," just because
Yeah,
I
you
know.
are. You're so
Yeah.
Just
apologetic.
because I know how I was before, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And did you
So-
make a conscious decision to change that? Or
Yeah,
where did
nah.
that come from?
Nah,
See
I
the
did.
change, yeah, because this is what a lot of people are doing. Because remember, there's a lot of people still stuck in this state here. And you transitioned, though, innit?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
did.
beautiful transition. That's why
It
I
was,
mess with
it
you
was.
so much, yeah, because of your energy. That's why a lot of people mess with you so much because of your energy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with nobody that can't take accountability. I've blocked people off
That's
because
true.
I
That's
block
true.
people off because you're stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a state right now where I can do something. I can drink this juice right now and do something. And the first thing I'm gonna say is that was wrong, man.
Yeah.
Do you know
that
what I
doesn't
mean?
Make me weak as a man.
That's me,
100%.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm
100%.
stubborn, but I can take
But
accountability. I'm
but
for sure stubborn.
Now I'm just, I am now. I
Yeah.
am stubborn. I am. Let me not lie to
We
you.
know,
I am
but we
stubborn,
can-
but
but
I
you're
can
definitely,
take one
like-
thing I will do is take
So
accountability.
there's-
If I'm wrong, I will be like, do you know what? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when my son tries to do things like you know what you're doing, you know that you've done it wrong.
But-
Don't ever do that because you was me. You're me.
What I want to know, I'm not even saying this to try and put anything in the mix just so it looks good for the camera. I'm being raw and authentic. I want to know because I'm learning. We're all learning.
Yeah.
No matter about age, I want to learn today as well.
Of course.
What got you to a place
Where I wanted to change that.
where you could, not even that, where you wanted to, where you could change it?
Well, it started by
Because you
believe it
couldn't-
or
you
not.
couldn't before.
Believe it or not, it sounds so mad. Believe it or not, it started by taking accountability. Do you know what I mean? Like
What
I
got
had
you
to.
a place where you couldn't do it before, but you could do it now.
But no, because when I was doing it before, I knew what I was doing and I knew it was wrong. I knew. Like, it's not like I was unaware.
You was
I
aware,
I
yeah.
feel like if I was unaware, that would be a big problem. Do you know what I mean? I was fully aware of what I was doing. And to be honest, when you are doing things like that, like, over the years, it just gets tiring because
Of
I'm like,
course,
why
it's
am I
like,
even
why-
doing this to
what is this
myself?
for?
All right, sorry, I done it. Like, why am I trying to fight you, knowing that I have actually done something wrong?
Specific incident.
Nah,
that
it
made
wasn't-
You change. It was just.
Nah,
woke up and
it
said, "This is
wasn't.
long."
It wasn't. Yeah, I literally it became tiring, and it's so crazy because I was like that when I was in like primary school. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really take it up to my older years, but even thinking back to it, I'm like, Shireen, like you was tiring yourself out, babe. Why was you doing that to yourself?
Did you get that from somewhere?
What? No, do you know what it is? My mum always used to tell me, you don't like correction. You don't like it. That's what she used to tell me. She used to tell me all the time. And in my head, I knew. But I would be like, I do. Like, do you know what I mean? That was me. I do like correction. Like, I could, for example,
That's crazy.
my mum used to tell me to clean the kitchen. That was me when I was young. And I would do the shittest job. and be like, I'm finished. Mum would be like, oh, did you sweep? Knowing full well I didn't.
Yeah.
But
And
you
I'm
see,
like, yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I did sweep. And she's like, why
Just
are you...
silly lies like
do you know
that.
what?
That's
She's
just
like, why
really,
are you saying that? You know you didn't do the kitchen properly. Just say that. Do you know what I mean? It became so tiring.
Yeah.
And I actually thought to myself, nah, man, like... And you know what? When I changed that for myself, I swear, the sense of relief...
It must
Oh
be.
my
yeah.
gosh, you don't even know.
Like, just
I
told
how
the
you lot
truth
talking,
and done.
man,
The
'cause it's
sense
good.
of
A lot
relief.
girls
Yeah.
need to hear what you're saying.
No,
Yeah,
you have
no,
to
it's
take,
true,
you
like,
have
what's
to
the
take
point?
It's not
accountability.
common with women to take accountability.
No,
And I don't want
it's-
to sound...
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
But what I was going to say, I think it's so crazy that you said that. I feel like a lot of guys have, I don't know, their views are obviously different to a lot of females. Because I hear that a lot,
Yeah.
that women don't take accountability.
Yeah.
But guys don't take accountability either.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
another
I
conversation
but
for
I think
itself.
we're-
But
you see, like, if say for instance we're having a conversation and you want to give me things to be accountable for, I would actually be logical about it. The thing is, you guys are more emotional, we're more logical. So this, even as men, see like how we're having this good conversation now. If you was having this conversation with one of your partners in the wrong time, and he was trying to make you accountable, you lot might not be as accountable
But
as you're
does
being
it
right
matter
now.
if the time is wrong or right? Just take the accountability. That's
No.
it. You have the relief off your shoulder.
but if you're
That's
going to be
it.
But
arguing with
sometimes
me, you will
it's
never
the-
get an accountability. That's a different
No,
thing.
this is my point.
There we
Oh
go.
That's what
no,
I'm
I'm
saying.
different.
When
I'm
it-
gonna be arguing with you,
when
and I'm
it's
still
needed,
gonna be
sometimes
like,
it's not
that's
there.
just it.
When it's needed, it's not there. Because I know a lot of women that can have a conversation about accountability, but when it actually comes to putting it in action, when it's the situation.
No, I could take accountability.
No, I
for
will
something
take- I
different.
will,
But
like,
sure,
it is
sure,
what it
but when
is,
you
if you-
don't, sometimes it's because you're more emotional than us.
So can I ask you a question?
I
Both
don't
of you,
know.
yeah? Both
Yes.
of your question. If
Go
Go
on, put
ahead.
us on the hot seat.
if accountability will land you a big L, you know what I mean by that?
Okay, yeah.
If that accountability lands you the biggest L ever, I'm talking about an L that you know will hurt you, that you don't want. Let's just, for example, you love a man and you love him bad, yeah? And the right thing to do is take accountability. However, you know this accountability is going to land you in a place where it could be the end of it.
Okay.
Like it's gonna hurt you bad. Like it's gonna hurt you. You know it's gonna hurt you. That L is probably gonna bun you.
Are we going to take
Are
accountability?
you
Is that
gonna
what you're
take
saying?
it?
I probably will. At first, I'll probably
I
sit
will.
there for a while, marinate my feelings, and know that it's gonna f everything up. Or maybe it might not. Do you know what I mean? It might not. It might just be me overthinking. But after a while, I'm gonna, because it's like, how long am I gonna be doing? How long am I
That's
gonna
what
be
I mean.
doing this for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna take the accountability because it is what it is anyway. That's just it. Like, what do you want me to do?
But
It's done.
That's a
it.
good trait.
Yeah, no,
Even
that's
even
me.
within conversation, like I say, even like, what do you think of there are the things that men don't do, that men are not accountable for?
a lot of stuff. Just
Let's discuss it.
the biggest one we know is just cheating. You just don't take accountability. You guys.
Well, they don't
like,
even-
Some
they
of them
just-
don't even.
they
First
just
of all, you don't even say.
They just lie.
Like you,
Yeah, I know
you
what
got
you
people fishing, and then it's just crazy. I don't even want to go.
But, okay,
That's a
You
whole.
see the whole thing with cheating. I know we spoke about it slightly.
We did.
But like I say, when you're talking about context of the game,
Yeah.
you have to realize who's playing the game, who the players of the game.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Jay.
Us
and what
too.
are the rules of the game.
Jay.
Yeah.
The
Why
rules
are
of the
you
game
doing
is
this?
me and
I'm
you
saying.
together forever.
So as soon as you get with someone, they
No,
just
you know what
lock
I
in
mean.
some
No,
set
of
rules.
course not. But if you're
No, but you're gonna mess
we know
up the
what it
game
is,
when
like-
you mess up. The game's gonna be a mess. Do you get what I mean?
So,
if
like-
we're
like I
playing the
said to you last
game
time.
and you come off the board, you're no longer where are you? And then you want
No,
to
there's
come
not-
back off the board.
It's not. It's just different people in
This
the
is
game.
crazy.
Different people in the game will have different values.
and different rules to the game for sure. But it's just like there's no game. It's not a game.
It
It's
is
just
the word cheating.
These lot's energy was just calm the whole thing. I've been watching them, yeah.
because it's him. He's always getting me to.
No. Jay knows what he did. This little wind up. And listen, the whole energy for the whole thing was calm, yeah. And as soon as man start talking about cheating, yeah, I saw the hands start flying in the air. I'm saying,
No, because we can't be talking about that and
because
throwing it
it's
out
true.
there.
No,
Like,
it's
no.
I'm seeing the fingers start. I'm saying, no, this is touchy.
Yeah.
This is touchy.
cannot.
And you know, these are the reasons why most podcasts that people watch and are excited about is similar subjects, because we're coming to a time where we've watched the same thing over and over again.
Of course.
So how can we go on like everyone's still looking for exactly the same thing? Isn't that a bit?
Like, yeah, no, it's so true.
It's a bit.
There must, because
Crazy.
it's because no one's ever come to like a conclusion. I
We're gonna keep
suppose.
bumping our head against the same wall. So like and that's why I always give you the example of the gold, silver, like let's say gold, silver, and bronze, isn't it? or bronze, silver, gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on which kind of package man you want. Innit? If you want a bronze man, the bronze man can't really do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Silver man might have a bit more exceptions, but a gold man can do things that a bronze man and silver man can't do.
Definitely.
Okay.
A gold man though. A gold man, our standards, so I'm putting myself in the gold category.
You know, wait, because I love it. Why not? Like, I mean,
I'm just saying, yeah, our
that.
standards are high. High. So if you go for a gold man, you need to make sure you know what you're doing. Because that gold man will cut you off quicker than...
But
than
also,
anything.
you lot have a sexual cycle like once a month.
Yeah.
Our thing is every day. So a man's cycle is every day, and yours is once a month. There's no way how we look at sex should be the same, but at the same time, is
gosh.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No,
but
Jay,
it's just
I'm
not.
so
Anyways,
sorry.
back to what we were saying.
But this is part of.
I'm so sorry.
This is part of environmental and hereditary.
In a which way? In where? Wait, expand so I can understand.
Because I don't get it.
Expand so
May I?
please,
May I?
please, you may.
I think we're trying to hear
Yes.
The viewers are trying to hear this as well.
You see, within your environment is how you have sex. When you're in you're influenced to have sex, what kind of sex you have. Do you get what I'm saying? All of that is to do with your environment and how you grow up and what you see.
Okay.
You get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, that
Even
makes
the
sense.
age that we choose to have sex, all of these different things is down to our environment.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If
I
we
thought
was,
so much.
So
if we
what-
was in, huh?
I thought he was talking about cheating.
So-
no, but
that's
it's all to do with
exactly-
sex. Isn't it?
Okay, cool.
Makes
So
sense.
what's
When
the
you say that.
hereditary-
Just
What's
for
the
that, I just want to ask you a question. So S, just one question. That touched me because I'm curious. Yeah, because we're talking about sex is to do with cheating. Yeah, and we can put that together.
Yeah.
Can you cheat without having sex with another person?
Yeah, of course you can.
She was
Of course you
quick
can.
on that. She was
Of
quick
course.
on
Can
that.
you cheat without having sex with another
Of course
person?
you can.
Can you cheat on your partner without having sex with
Yes.
another?
Yes.
Say you got a man, yeah.
Yes.
Can you
Yes, you
cheat
can.
on your man
Yeah.
without actually having sexual intercourse with
Yes.
another
Well,
You
of
can.
course you can. Of course you
Yes,
can.
you
But
can.
I wouldn't say, oh my gosh, like you've cheated on me. You've done something that you're not supposed to do for sure. But of course,
To be honest, to
it's
me,
not the word is like
it's
if you're
worse.
all right. So like, say for example, if
worse.
you're corresponding with somebody else, yeah, it might be worse. But I don't see maybe because I'm so typically I go straight to sex is cheating. That's what I know. That's what I've been known. So it's
Yeah.
like I can't change it. But if it's like, because there's other stuff that you could do, like messaging or entertaining someone, yeah, it's a form of cheating.
I'm not
It is a form of
I'm
cheating.
not
They
even
all
looking
come
at it
under.
like that.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at it more like just because I know the way men think as well.
I'm not saying that it's okay.
No. I wasn't.
But you're
even
not
looking at
cheating.
it.
It's not like you're. I don't know why. I just put cheating and
it's like,
sex together.
No, when it's like messaging and entertaining, that's like
What-
I
what do
wouldn't
you
even
call that?
class that. That's just you. You're just
What, being dumb?
Like I
what
would
about if a-
at this point.
What about if a woman doesn't cook in a relationship?
Is that cheating?
Oh my gosh.
If she
that's-
doesn't cook, what do you mean? Like at all?
Wait, can I ask you a question? If a woman doesn't cook, is that class as cheating?
That's what I'm asking.
What?
I'm just answering some real
Is it
questions.
classed as cheating?
Why would it be classed?
Why would it be classed as cheating?
Ah.
And I'm
No,
asking,
wait,
give me.
why would
please,
it be
like,
classed as
But then
cheating?
why is a man sleeping with another woman cheating?
What?
Because
How
it
can
is,
you
and
compare
everybody's
cooking
been
to
knowing this.
sex?
I've been knowing
is
this from
crazy.
No, but
grandma and granddad, from mummy and
from
daddy.
each
Me not
other.
understand.
It's expectations, yes.
Yeah, they're
but
expectations.
When,
These are just
how, but
unspoken
how often? No,
expectations.
wait. But how
That's so
often
different.
is cooking intimate? I don't get it.
Cooking intimate.
I'm gonna say
How?
something.
Cooking is
so
very
say I just
intimate.
I come from a 12-hour shift and I come home.
That is definitely
Say I
different.
come
And you
from a
know this.
12-hour shift,
How is it
yeah?
different?
Say I come from a 12-hour shift, yeah, and I'm hungry, but I had half an hour lunch.
Yeah.
That's the laws now. I don't even think it's an hour anymore. I think it's half an hour lunch.
I get where he's
But-
coming from
so
with
I
this.
don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what.
Go on.
So anyway, yeah, and I come home and I'm hungry.
Is wifey at
And there's-
home? She's been at
wifey's
home.
yeah?
Okay, cool.
And I come home and there's no food on the table. Is that unfaithful?
What are you doing? It's not unfaithful,
It's not
but baby
unfaithful, but
girl.
it's stupid.
What have you been doing, mama, all this
Unfaithful.
time?
Why is it unfaithful?
Why unfaithful? Because what's
Unfaithful mean?
please,
No,
let's,
wait,
and maybe I need to get into
what
it.
I wanna know what-
For hours and I've been working, providing.
But why
But
is
what's the
that
definition of
unfaithful?
unfaithful? That's the thing, because my unfaithful is usually just the typical unfaithful is like stepping out or whatever. You're just being like that's how I think
I
about
think
it.
it's a lot
Unfaithful
more-
with cooking is like
What?
she's just being a lazy ass
And plus-
bitch.
and
What you
I'm
doing?
so-
But that's a cheat to the relationship.
That's a what? That's a different type of cheat.
No,
We're not talking
it's
about
not.
the cheat
Let
code.
me tell you why.
We're
No,
talking
wait,
about
wait.
cheating.
No, wait. Let me tell you why that's not a cheat.
He thinks he's
Let
so
me tell you
smart,
why that's
guys.
not a cheat to the relationship.
Go on,
Let me
sis.
tell you why it's
Go
not
on.
a cheat to relationship, because if you are in a relationship with this person, you already know how this person is. So you have decided
Of
to
course.
put up. Yes, you have. You've
Yeah.
decided that that's okay.
No, let's run
otherwise,
with
you
that.
wouldn't.
Let's run with
Otherwise,
that.
you
Of course,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Otherwise, you
Most time
wouldn't
when
go
you get with a
there.
man, you get with him because he's that guy, innit?
No, I got with
what
you
guy?
because
What
I
are you
like
talking
you. And
about?
what guy
Exactly.
is he? Yeah,
I got with
just
you because I
him.
like you. It's got
I don't
nothing
even
to
care.
do with-
I'm not that type of.
It
I don't
doesn't
really
really
care
matter
who
One
you
at a
are.
time.
Sorry. I don't even care who you are. I just like you for liking you.
It doesn't matter. It's just because I like you, and
Yeah.
that's just it. It's got nothing to do with who you are.
What? So it doesn't matter how you like someone. So you can come out of Saturday bar and there's a tramp and he's like, hey,
You
baby.
and this.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Well, if I like the tramp, I like the tramp, and
But why would you like
But I
that?
don't like
But
the
we
tramp.
know what we mean. We know what we mean.
You know what I mean.
No, you're capping. though.
All right, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I like you as I like you, not because of who you are,
No,
what
but
your
there's
name
no
is.
conditions. I'm giving you the extreme.
There's.
I mean,
Yeah.
Or not with
There's
no,
conditions,
not with the
ladies.
ones that I'm trying to like talk
Be-
to. I'm not
be-
trying to
and
be
you
my
see-
husband, not at all. Why would you? What kind of conditions did you come with? Where did this come from?
I'm so sorry,
Hold on
but
a
like,
second.
no, go
Where?
No, but okay, cool.
It's crazy.
You
I
got
feel like that's
conditions.
mad.
You
no,
are capping.
no, no,
Oh
no, no,
my
no.
God.
Jay,
Girls, please tell us what you think, because I'm like,
No.
they're
Okay,
trying
cool.
it.
Okay, cool. If there's conditions, going back to the cooking thing, if there's conditions and you as a man, you want a woman that cooks, yeah, and before you get into the relationship, you're seeing this person and you know that she can't cook, and
No,
you
but it's
decide
not
to
even that
go
she can't
further.
cook. That
Okay.
wasn't the thing. You know she can cook.
Oh, she
Okay,
can cook and
okay,
she
cool.
just
Okay,
doesn't.
but she can cook, but she don't cook for you all the time, because you're going to be talking to her for a little while, and eventually you're going to become used
You
to her
live together.
pattern.
You're two people that live together.
Okay.
Yeah, the man's getting work. You're a stay-at-home wife.
Oh,
yeah?
okay, then
so you
say
know,
it
no,
like
no,
that.
but
Okay,
you
cool.
changed it.
Yeah,
That's not what you
didn't ask for
said.
the information.
No, well, I
No,
asked him. I said, is wifey at home all day? Is wifey been at home?
Okay,
Is she
go
stay
ahead.
at
All
home?
right,
You
go
asked, you
ahead,
didn't
go
say it was
ahead.
otherwise.
Well, you
Go
gotta be
ahead.
specific.
Go ahead.
But if
You
she's a
have to be
stay-at-home
strict.
wife,
That's
then I mean,
different.
come on, it's not
That's
even
different.
like
That's
what you doing at home.
completely
And
Well, then let me try and explain it.
Understandable.
Ask me those questions, I'll tell you.
That's
I'm saying,
understandable.
Stay-at-home wife, she doesn't cook, but he's going to work.
Okay.
Is that cheating?
it's not cheating.
No, I mean,
I
you
told
mean-
you already.
Wait.
I told you already.
Wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait.
cheating,
Hold
but,
on.
but she's
No,
just
no.
she's crazy.
No, no.
crazy.
Let me tell you why that's not cheating,
Big
because
cheat.
they have a mutual agreement with what they want to do.
No, that's what I said. No one agrees.
I
Not
never
one more
agreed not
time.
to get fed.
So no.
Yeah. You know the one
You
thing?
can't agree to starve.
No, well, probably you're just talking for yourself.
You're pretty, you're gonna starve me.
Shut up, I'm so done with you guys. I cannot deal.
They know exactly what we mean.
No, we don't. That's why we're asking you. Because again, these conversations are not had.
Listen.
I mean, okay, cool. Being a stay-at-home wife and not cooking for your husband when he comes back from work, it's ridiculous. Let's
We
just
know
be
that,
real.
'cause
And
what
let's
you
talk
doing at
about
home?
Let's be
hereditary
real.
and environmental.
I was
some
just
of the
thinking
women,
about
some
that.
of the women that grew up watching their mums do that don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
then, so some of the women that grew up, they got taught how to cook and that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like as well as like African men, we wasn't really taught. I know how to cook, but we wasn't really told to cook. You know, like
I know,
get
it's
you.
mostly
I get
the
you.
woman
It's different.
in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
like a Caribbean man can cook.
Oh, for
The man
sure.
will cook up a storm for you.
Oh, yeah.
But then also,
Thundery.
generally, African men are more providers.
Yeah.
And Jamaican man will cook for you.
Yeah. I'm glad you know. I don't like you. You know that. He said. But that's the. But wait. Unless you're ready. But then the African man, then the provider. Are you ready for the provider that's gonna come home and he's ready for his meal? Or do you want the guy that's gonna basically cook for? It's just so different. Like everybody's.
No. I'm saying if you're getting provided for, you might be going to eat more than anything. You're going out to eat.
Yeah, but some
we're not
people are
going out to eat all the time.
different.
But he won't take a woman out to eat that doesn't know how to cook.
Who,
Do you know what I'm saying?
who
Like,
got-
there's certain people that have certain traits. You know, a man that can provide for you, he
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
wants you as a woman to have certain qualities in it.
Yeah,
For sure.
100%.
Do you know, even if I don't want you to use them.
Yeah,
You still
but
want
of
them to
course
be
you
there.
still got,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
are
What
you?
you said.
But some people don't even care about that. They just don't mind. They just like. It is what it is.
Shall I say my thing personally?
Yeah.
How I feel as a man, and I feel like I'm a man, and then we can get into what makes a man,
Mm-hmm.
and also what makes a woman.
Yeah.
That is a touchy subject because a lot of men out there think they're man
Mm-hmm.
because they go gym and they're pushing 50s on their chest.
I can't even do it.
But they can't provide for their wife when their wife is at home struggling.
Yeah.
They can't feed their wife. You see, me, I'm a provider.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
yeah.
am first. Before the badness, before defending my family home because I am, and forget that.
Preach.
Yeah. But forget all of that, all the badness and who I am and where I come from and my
Yeah.
family and all that. That don't make me
Provider
man.
first.
That just
Yeah,
means
yeah.
that just means I'm physical and I can fight and I can defend
Warrior.
myself. I'm a
Yeah.
warrior, but I'm not. It doesn't. I don't believe that a fighter, being a fighter, makes you a man. I
Yeah.
think too many men feel like because you're physical and you're a fighter, it makes you a man. But you can be fighting out there and your children are starving, yeah, and you're not giving no money to your
Of course.
children, yeah.
Yeah.
And your wife,
Yeah.
ain't got no money and she's starving too. So how can you then be a man? So you see my thing, I feel like I'm a man, because I
Because you're a provider.
And I love that.
I know how to bring money in. I know how to do it.
That's
I
the next
know-
conversation. You better come in on the next episode because
At
you need
this
to tell the
point-
people them how to bring the money in
I'm
and how
sure
to be providing. Because a lot of now it goes over some people's heads. Like, what are you doing?
But
I'm
these
so
are this is
old
what I'm
school
saying,
and
in ter-
traditional to
in
like.
terms of conditions, yeah. Do you know what I'm
is
saying?
you
That's
doing?
what like you gotta ask yourself.
Mm.
Like, what do you want your life to be like as females as
Of
well,
course.
as young females? Like,
Yeah.
Because all of that, I'll deal with man on with any circumstance
Mm-hmm.
business. Yeah.
No, do you know, that's
No,
just
hear
me.
me
I'm
out.
just independent. I don't need...
Of course,
I don't need...
Like,
I don't need any help. I'm good.
But she doesn't want to try.
Listen,
Everybody's
I didn't
independent,
say-
but they
I
do
didn't
not want to
say
try.
You need to take on anybody. Yeah, it's not about taking on anybody, but it's not about accepting anybody either.
It's
Any
true.
and anybody.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm just more like, as long as I can get it myself, and that's me. I'm
Can I show
good.
you something? What
Go
I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you how I feel as a man. No woman that feels they're independent, not one woman out there that feels they're independent, yeah, is fully independent. And no, you could not sip a drink for that. Sip a
Yeah,
drink.
I think I'm gonna
tell
need
you
to
why.
back
Sip
it at
two.
this point.
Sip two.
I think I'm gonna need to
tell
back
you
it
why.
and the
I'm gonna
bottle.
back the whole bottle. Like, I'm gonna explain
Yeah.
why, but you see the time I finish with you, yeah?
I'm
You're
scared.
gonna understand what I'm saying. You're gonna understand what I'm saying. I don't care, and I'm not saying. Listen, you could be a single parent. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general, people. You could be a single parent. Yeah, hear me out. Hear
Go
me
on,
out.
go on.
You lot could be single parents and be the best single parents in the world.
Mm.
The best single parents to the point where every one of us in this room respect you as a single. She's doing beautiful. However, you are not men.
Well, of
Yeah?
course
This
not.
is, yeah, so this is what I'm saying. No matter how good you're doing, I'm not putting you down. Or
Yeah.
not you in general.
Yeah,
women,
in general.
women
So
in
guy-
general,
girls
I will
and
not put
guys
you down,
listen up.
But
Yeah,
there will
girls,
always
sorry.
be elements that you are missing. Not on purpose.
Yeah.
You cannot be
But,
a mum and a dad.
yeah.
You can never be. You
Of
can-
course
shall I tell you
not.
why? Shall I tell you why? Shall I tell you why?
But of
Shall I tell you
course
why?
not.
There's many elements, yeah, that are not in your control.
I
yeah,
get that.
you, if it was in your control, then you would be doing it. But there's elements. I'm not ever saying it's your fault. Maybe sometimes the father don't want to be there. and all these
Yeah,
things,
or whatever it could
However,
be, yeah.
I'm not putting a blame on you. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. You cannot fully. Maybe certain elements of the man.
But why does
might
that
be
not
able to
make me
replace.
fully independent?
No, you can be
No,
fully
do you know what?
independent.
This
You
whole word
can.
of independence as well.
You
is
can.
like what I think it needs to be explained is you don't want to be.
Why would you need to be?
Why would I not
Well,
want
I'd like to be independent, but I'd also like to be taken care of too.
Let me show you.
Because the people that singing, oh ladies, independent.
That's my
Yeah.
theme tune.
I love it.
But she's married.
You need to stop that though. Yeah, she's married. She's married.
She's married.
She's married. Man. Do not listen to her.
Yeah, I know.
She's shaking her booty.
I know.
Giving crazy right now. You're not actually getting home to Jay-Z. So
Yeah.
listen to that.
She's telling
What
you,
is this
how my single ladies, how my single ladies,
she's went back to
how my
Jay-Z.
single ladies,
Yeah.
how my
But
single
we're not.
ladies.
I mean,
it's a,
I
it's a
get
vibe.
you.
But
I get
it's nice
you.
to be like
I
to get
get
your
you.
own at the same time. But
I
be
mean,
able
I do
to
get you,
get
but
spoiled.
I mean, I don't feel like there's...
She said she's gassing them up, the whole society.
Bro, and so I see Sierra the other day. Sierra's like, to all my single ladies, independent.
Wait, can you know what? Can you?
Yeah.
The whole internet turned on her.
What? I
Like,
didn't
how
see
dare
it.
you? We're watching you live the
I
life
know,
that we
but,
want.
but I mean,
And you're
she's
saying,
just-
I'm a
Think
single
she-
lady.
This is what they do,
being
though. It's
really
their whole
like, I
facade.
mean,
They will
Independent
sell to
women.
you what you
Of
want
course,
to
what we
hear.
wanna hear.
But their life
relate
is
to
not
us.
what they're selling to you because
Well, of
they
course
don't want
not.
I
that
get it.
independent life. Because what you need to understand here, and this is truly what I believe. Again, I can't say I'm fully right. I'm saying what I believe. I believe that God, because I'm God fearing. I'm God fearing. I'm a man of God, and I believe that God never made man to do what woman can do, and God never made woman to do what man can do. So even if you want to take on what certain elements and principles, you can never be a man, even if you wanted
No,
to.
I don't think we're trying to be a
How
man.
good of a job
That's
you're
not
doing
what
to
it
cover
is.
it, you can't.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
I don't
cannot be
think-
you.
But
Yeah,
we're
no,
not,
that's
but, no,
very
I
true,
get
but
it,
I
but
don't
it's
think-
not like I'm trying to be a man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm an independent person.
And I'm
And
able
that's
to
it.
get what I want when I want it, kind of thing. Or do you
Like,
know what I mean?
from
Myself.
me.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
This is heart touching. I don't want to.
But it's nice to be
No,
able
go
to
on, go
get
on, go on.
treated too, because I'm that type of girl.
Yeah, go
Treat me,
on.
baby. Treat
Do
me.
you
But that's not
feel
what you're talking.
like? Do you feel like you being independent as a single parent? If you were a single parent, yeah?
Okay,
Do
so
you
that
feel
applies
like,
to me.
hypothetically speaking, I'm not
Yeah.
saying you are a single.
No, I
parent.
know, but I'm
But I'm saying
saying.
hypothetically speaking, if you were a single parent, do you feel like you could give your child everything you could give your child if you were in
Like basically, if you had
and you had the
a
full
fourth.
family home.
No, of course
Not necessarily, no.
I
Of
don't.
course
I don't
not.
feel
But
like
then
that.
some people could.
But
Do you
Some
think
people
so?
could. Some, are you talking about when you say do you
no,
think you
as
could
in
give?
like,
What
no,
are we
as
talking
in
about?
like, as a single parent, do you
Yeah.
feel like you can give that two-parent household?
Well, no, because the two parents are not there. There's only one person.
Exactly. So
right,
can
and
give
I'm
the same
still a
elements.
female.
no, you can't. No.
Oh no, elements, no, for sure. Like you
can't.
just said, a man
You
is a
can't,
man and a
'cause
woman is a
it's-
woman.
and or two
But it's not your
parents or
fault.
whatever.
It's not your fault.
No, of course
I'm
not. You
saying
can't.
no matter how independent you are, it doesn't matter. You could be. It don't matter how independent you are. And it's not even nobody's fault. I'm not saying you lot like. It's just,
No,
I
of
have
course,
to say
of course.
generalizing. Yeah, it don't matter how independent you are. Yeah, you cannot replace what a man and woman are supposed to do.
Of course not.
No, but
You could just do it to the best of your ability. Yeah, that's it.
There's a reality that says that some people are good being away from their mothers, and some people are good being away from their fathers as well. Because there's some parents that are not fit.
To be,
And then this, and then
Talk on that.
and,
That's
then,
true.
and from what we've seen
That
from
is
when we was
true.
younger, like as much as we can have this debate about men being better parents and men being this parents and that, we ain't seen it. Like, you got
I
your
mean, I
rare-
feel like it's
rare.
you
just
got your rare,
it's just
but that's
creeping
not
a
enough
little bit.
for us to correlate some sort of statistics. You get what I'm saying? Is that it's just it's two here and there, and there are some great fathers, and big up them great
Yeah,
fathers.
for sure.
No problem. Like, but definitely that thing. But the women, there was a big generation of women that did raise us by themselves. Yeah, and
We know
and
this,
they did
yeah.
and they did a great job. And you know, like, and the reason why I have to say that is because sometimes people always talk about double parent households, yeah. But sometimes that makes people weak. Like I know certain men that are scared to have a fight because they were so protected.
So shielded, and so shielded, yeah.
They never really needed to.
That's true.
Because I won't talk about no one else.
No, they
Depends
can't.
on the
I'm just saying-
individual.
I'm just saying. I feel like
Yeah,
everyone
no, I
goes
know
on
what
like a
you
double
mean.
parent household.
It's the
You're
thing.
good.
It's just the thing.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying, because that
That's
could
it.
have been the most toxic
That is so
There's
household
traits,
ever.
yeah, where
It's so true.
the dad was battering the mum.
battering mum.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
was
he
just
watched
about
growing
to
up.
say,
Now he's
yeah.
battering that-
I was just
or
about to say,
it's
I'm
different
thinking-
things that they see.
If it wasn't a toxic household and both parents were doing what they were supposed to do,
Yeah.
it would be more ideal. If
100%.
if one of the parents, I'm not gonna say the man, because you're always in them situations, always thinking the man being wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, the woman are wrong. It's just not the woman battering the man. They're doing it.
No, but we're talking about
Psychologically.
parenting.
Yeah.
We're
No,
talking
but
about parenting.
parenting as a- I know what
Parenting-wise,
you
like,
mean.
Women have showed themselves to do a great job parenting over the years. Yeah,
Yes,
like,
we have.
and I think we can't ignore that. Do you get what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
we can't ignore the fact that
You see this stuff.
Yeah.
You see all of this.
because society is ready to tell us one bag of different things.
Yeah, of
If we
course.
go back to our animal like ways, yeah. You got to remember, man are supposed to just like we're there to breed, innit? You know, like if you look at lions can go and take over someone's whole family.
Yeah.
But he'll kill the youths and then start a whole other family after, yeah. So even like understanding us as humans, we've definitely intellectualized sex a lot.
Oh,
And
for sure.
intellectualize how things should be,
Yeah.
and then set
So true.
these fake realities. My
That's
thing
so
is, my
true.
problem is with it all, with society and environmental, and maybe even hereditary, is how men are respected. There's a lack of respect for men.
A lot. Oh
So
my god.
if they, yeah,
Why
if
do
they-
you,
if this-
do you think so?
yeah,
Some
100%.
From who? From where? Where is it coming
I'm gonna tell
from?
you where,
The-
because I'm gonna.
the
so
lack
go on,
of
go on.
sorry, yeah,
No, go on.
the lack of respect comes from the lack of men growing up. So you know, like that, like we're saying, see that same thing that women had to raise children by themselves. A lot of that stuff and watching the judgment from women. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the general thing that comes with TV and society and
Get
media
you.
on how to look at men, like men are dogs and men ain't shit, and all of these different things that I said. There's a lot of things that I said that no one stick up for men. And if you're a man and there's nothing going for you, there's no one's checking for you. And there's no looking for you in your life. Like with a man shows his love through different things. But with women, women again, even I always say to people, they show traits of God. Like, you know, like I always ask people, like, do you think that Jesus may have been a woman?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like because and even though people get offended when I say that, I'm just saying, but if
No,
you
I
see
know.
the
But it's a good
traits,
point, of
Yeah.
you
course.
see the traits of how mums and all these, they're the ones that sacrifice their love for their
Yeah,
children,
yeah,
or sacrifice
yeah.
their lives and do all
Yeah.
of these different things that you see that was given to do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
That-
men can be a bit selfish.
Yeah, it's just-
I'm gonna say something that's very.
Glad you can say that.
No,
I'm gonna
definitely,
say
that's
it 'cause we
acknowledgement,
need to
accountability.
say this stuff from these type of things. I'm gonna say something that's very controversial. A lot of men nowadays, yeah, you're gonna go amen to this. But I had to say because I know what you women are like. I need to say the side that are putting down us first before I say the side that's putting down you lot.
Okay.
Because you lot are very defensive. Because you're trying to get it. So I want to say the side that's going to put down us first, just so you lot can run with it and understand where I'm coming from. I think there's a lot of feminine men out here. Yeah. A lot of men that amen, go on, put your hand up, amen. Look at this.
I'm trying to say, what made you say that?
I'm gonna say that because there's a lot of men that have got a lot of feminine characteristics. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of women.
We was raised by a
female. What I really want to say first, I'm not gonna touch on that. Cause I'm gonna even put myself into that now. Yeah? There's a lot of women out here that don't know how to deal with men and know how to treat men right. Shall I tell you why? Because the society that they grew up in taught them to be tough. So when you're running your mouth to man and you're talking bad, to me that's not a lady. You're not a lady. Don't behave like that. Even if your man is doing you wrong and you don't like the way he's behaving, that shouldn't take you out of your character and change you from being a lady.
Pause.
So what you're saying,
when you finish, sorry.
When you say, you're a dickhead though, you're rude, you have to understand, not dickhead, whatever you want to say.
However, I get what you're saying.
You are coming out of your lady element and you are letting emotions and whatever's going on take you out of your lady element, and I don't feel like you should be taken out of your lady element because you are a lady, just like I don't feel like what you lot do to me should take me out my man element.
But she's been that. She's been what? She's been that person. You're a dickhead or whatever. However,
that's wrong. Why do you think
she's been that person. Okay, so this lady, when you're saying take you out your lady element, she has always had that.
But is that okay?
At some point, me, because we don't talk like this. We don't. And if we get angry, it's more like a subtle, you know. Yeah, like it's a more. So it's like
element in her, we can all agree that's not a lady element.
Yeah.
So if she's already got these elements that are not lady elements.
But wait, hold on. I didn't finish. We all agree that it's not a lady element. It's really not. But some people naturally talk like that. Like I have a few friends, I'm not gonna lie, that speak like that. And when she's around guys, they're like, "Why the hell do you speak like that? You speak like very masculine and stuff." And I say it to her sometimes because it can be very like vulgar. Do you know what I mean? But that's just how she is. Her mum's a bit like that.
So is it okay?
You know, she's just a bit.
Is it okay? You said you turned around and said because her mum's like that, rare. Is it okay for a man hereditary? But then let's touch on this then. Because it's hereditary, is it okay for a man to turn around and say, "I want a woman," and you are not behaving like a woman? So this is affecting our relationship because even though you're behaving, it may have came before me from your parents, you may picked it up from God knows wherever. Am I allowed to say as a man?
You don't want it.
You don't like that. Yeah, of course you are.
Of course.
Of course you can say that.
You are allowed, but how long after are you saying this? Like how long along in the relationship are you saying to your person?
But you know what's crazy?
It does. Because if you're gonna wait a good 4 or 5 years and say right now you're not Lady Gaga, I'm pretty sure that sis threw that dickhead a few times before.
You're just burning.
That's gonna be horrible.
You know what's mad and what's honest? I kind of like that shit.
Oh, see the difference.
Every man is
I kind of like
guys.
Every man is
don't be disheartened.
I kind of like women that just not.
No, but that's a different. Wait, pause. He never said. Yeah, there we go.
No,
he never said.
I'm saying that's it. For me, maybe.
So you don't mind someone talking like that, basically. He's talking about a bit vulgarish type of.
Like you can pipe. That's all gonna stop.
That's just something.
So you don't mind the vulgarish?
No, because I know that it's fake.
Cool.
Usually,
well, some people naturally. I get what you mean, but it's just them when they're angry. Some people, that's just them when they're angry. It's not that it's fake.
Angry.
But it's not that it's fake.
Ask your question.
It's no more.
Wait,
I
get what you're trying to say.
When I'm angry, if I get angry and I start saying, you don't ever know, you know, I swear to you.
Guys, he's snapping his fingers.
I swear to you.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah, if the camera can see the way I'm putting my hands right now, I'm glad the camera can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah? FYI.
Not that there's anything.
So if I behave like that because I'm in my
not
element,
for me.
Yeah.
As a man, and you say hypothetically one of you are my girl.
Yeah.
And I started behaving like that because that's me, and that's what I saw from my dad. Is it acceptable?
I would have seen that. I would have seen that.
It's not acceptable for me.
I would have seen that. Definitely. I would have sensed that feminine aura.
I feel like it's not acceptable
from the get-go.
Yeah.
Is it wrong? What, for you to be like that?
I mean,
no,
it's not.
That's you.
I was just about to say
over there, you could be my best friend.
Cool.
You could be my best friend, but you can't be my sugar.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not for me. But some people don't mind that. So
why do you? So why when you lot do that? Yeah. Why can't we have that same energy and turn around and say that man behaviour
Okay.
What is
Not for us.
But is it
I don't want you to jump in.
is it a manly
Is it even
behaviour?
a-
It's
yeah,
just
at
the
this
way that
point.
she's
No,
speaking.
watch this.
It's just the words that are coming
You
out.
lot do things, not you lot. I'm
No,
not saying
but
specifically
do you-
you.
listen.
Let me just say
If
one
she was
line.
leaning up to the side and saying it like that.
Let me say one more line.
At this point.
If I done 12-hour shift at work and I get home and I jump into bed and I hear, well, go on, my nigga.
No,
To who?
that's different.
I jump
To your
in
gal-
bed.
oh, okay.
I jump in bed and my gal spun me and said, well, go on, my nigga.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
That's
That's
too much.
different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, go on, mind you. I'm
don't
saying,
want you.
yo, you're supposed
But
to.
you know, there's some people like that. So
And
why
some,
are we even?
and some people don't mind that.
All I'm saying is this, yeah. Like, before we go too far and digress too much, you still got to remember that there's certain traits that we have biologically,
Yeah.
That's true.
and
That's
then
what I was saying.
within the traits that we have biologically, we have to be honest. Like we're trying to like through these podcasts and the conversation, we're trying to discover what it is that we try to, because there's a profile that we try to meet, but then there's the real us.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? We've all got that as well. And I believe we've all got feminine traits and masculine traits in different ways. But I feel like it just takes the right person to come around you to give you the right tempo of conversation,
yeah.
the right space for you to be a woman as well. Because my thing is that as a woman, you're gonna have different emotions, but you need someone that can control them and understand your emotions and know when to leave you alone and just leave you to.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
word.
I
Emotions.
feel like, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
different. With the
So-
guy, that's not an emotion when you're acting like this. That's just
No,
like
but if it is, then that's when his balance,
you was way off from the start.
his masculine balance is.
No, I'm just angry.
But
Wait,
you know
she's
what,
just
like-
angry.
Because you know what, you got to think about it. A lot of the
Yeah.
time, when women like gangster traits, yeah, let's talk about on that
No,
side.
but before-
Let me just
Go
get
on.
it. Like gangster traits, yeah, are feminine.
Gangsters traits.
As
Yeah.
in,
But what
can
is
you
a gangster
elaborate?
trait?
So like
do you
being
mean?
sensitive.
Oh.
For you to, in order for you to
I
be a
get
gangster,
you,
like,
I
what do you
get
step to my shoe? You step to my shoe,
I'm
like,
gonna touch on that.
No,
We're
I
gonna
get
touch-
you.
oh, like anything.
Because
It's
that
like,
relates to me. That relates to me. That relates to me.
No,
That
but
relates to me.
but
I
I'm saying
get
ga-
you.
yeah,
That's
it-
so crazy. I've never even thought
Yeah, I
about
know
it like
what
that.
yeah,
But that's
and
so
these are a
true.
lot of, and these are the things that we
It's
came up
so
with. That's
true,
what we have to grow out of
That's
that.
the woman. That's not. It's not a woman's emotion, but
It's a woman's
that's
emotion.
like that's a womanly
womanly-
people.
Yeah, that's what we worry about.
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
type of stuff.
People
But
kind of
that's-
thingy.
But that's outside of protection as well.
But then it's
so,
not. Yeah.
So if there's no balance within us, this is why I always encourage my friends that we should
Very
have balance.
true.
Like you should have a.
That's my word.
Do you know how
at
to go
the
to
start.
work?
Balance.
Do you know how to? You know how to do normal
Yeah.
things.
Balance is needed.
Yeah, do you know how to do normal things?
Yeah, mhm.
You don't know how to do normal things. Your toughness is just madness now.
Yeah. You
Because
can't.
you,
just
you don't
be
you don't have,
tough.
you don't have to go to work. You don't have to pay your own bills. You ain't got your own place.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're living with someone?
What? He said,
Do you
what
get?
do you mean?
Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I know what you mean.
Your recklessness has
What-
that.
yeah.
If you're real.
Well,
like,
I mean, I get why they're.
Yeah.
It needs to make
It needs
sense.
to,
I
it needs to
mean,
have
well-
some sort of
No, I see
rounding
what you're
of.
saying. Yeah.
Well-
And in every other culture,
Yeah.
they show you that. You know, like with the mafia or this one, that one. They've always got that smart side to them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Where
that's
within
so true.
certain other cultures, they teach us to follow like rubbish. But if even when you know you're certain, when you get to a certain place where you know these most man ain't saying nothing, you start living properly. You start doing normal things like
Yeah,
getting a
I
career,
know
getting a
how
job.
we
Yeah.
see all the
But
time
you know,
happen.
if someone checks shit, you still tell
You're
them
ready-
up.
yeah.
But
Of
you
course,
realize I
but
don't
you've
need
got
to be
something-
you
around
don't
you
really
lot.
need
You've
to
got
be
something
doing
about
this.
you.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
get
don't
it.
need to be standing on the corner. I don't
Exactly.
need to be selling
So,
something.
can I
Doing
ask a question
nothing.
to you lot?
Go on.
I really want to know for myself as a man. I think a lot of people out there want to know this. So,
Yeah.
as females, I want you to answer this. Because I feel you're both sensible females, and I want you to be honest with me, and I will respect the honesty.
Go on. I'm ready. I'm ready for the question. I'm like, oh.
Badness and bad boys,
Mhm.
naughty boys, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
street boys, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, naughty boys, bad boys. Do you lot draw? Do you lot get like something from that? Like, is there a part of you where you see a boy that's a bit bad, not tough? There's a difference. Badness, yeah, and you lot feel drawn to that, like it attracts you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what that
Yeah.
comes down to as well?
Yeah, go on.
No. Do you know what that comes down to as well? Yeah.
I know what she's gonna say.
The environment.
No.
No, 100%.
Yeah, the-
Like 100%. Do you know why I say that?
Outside.
Because I was growing up in a 2-parent household. Yeah. So I feel like, without sounding a bit weird, I feel like what I'm attracted to now is kind of what I was used to as a child. Seeing as not even just my dad, just the men around me, my dad, my uncles, my older cousins. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what I saw and I know what I kind of liked because, you know, like, I'm not saying I have the perfect family, but the men that acted the way they acted was the ones that like shielded their wife and
Yeah.
that they felt safe around them. So I
what you
kind of
do
look
too.
for that. I kind of look for that type of character, if quote unquote. I look for that character because I kind of associate that with like what I saw when I was younger, keeping your woman safe, your woman having to like your woman not having
a
to.
bad boy to keep your woman safe.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying
No.
what I saw.
Because
So
a lot of bad
just,
boys don't even.
a
Oh
lot,
no.
yeah, no,
Well,
it's,
that's what I
it
feel like.
doesn't.
There's a difference
But
between-
I'm like,
there's a difference between a bad boy and an alpha male.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
For sure.
Hyper aggressiveness is not alpha.
It's not
yeah,
cute.
that's
it's
true.
Not
No,
cute.
it's not.
So-
No, it's
But
not.
that's not.
That's
I
true.
hope that's not the type of bad boy I was even thinking.
I
I'm
was,
just saying a
I
little
was
bit
just,
of
yeah,
sense.
I was
Not
just
bad
talking
then.
Sorry,
about.
alright,
No,
that's-
okay,
that's
cool.
our
I'm not
typical-
talking about. Yeah,
that's
I'm
our
talking about the
typical-
way that they carry
Yeah.
Cliche that
themselves.
girls
Yeah,
say.
yeah. I'm talking. I'm going more for the way they carry themselves.
Oh.
So, for example, where my mum and dad. I'm not kind of used, not that there's anything wrong with a man who wears like, for example, I'm more used to like tracksuits and this and that. You know, another lady might be used to a man in chinos and whatever.
100%.
I know what I look for because I remember looking at my mum and dad. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to go for
Hereditary.
hereditary.
That's so crazy.
Hereditary.
And
Some people will go
That's
there.
and invite. So
opposite
that's
way.
a bit of both. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's so when I kind of see that, I'm not saying I want to choose about the baddest man in the world, but when I see that kind of characteristic, the personality about them, I'm kind of more drawn to it because
to that, yeah.
that's what I was used to.
More time that is a bad boy.
We're drawn to. It's not even.
well,
it's
no,
more
no,
like just a
it's-
protector.
Would you
It's
say
protector.
Would
That's
you say
what we
you're-
It's
want,
the- it's
and that's
the
the alpha
Would you
male
call
for
yourself a
us.
bad boy, Abs?
That's what it is.
Would I call myself a bad boy?
Yeah.
I've got a shirt and a tie and trousers on right now with. No, I'm not.
But-
So are you an alpha male?
I'm gonna tell you
There
exactly
you
what I
go.
am.
No.
No, yeah, no,
Let's
it's
finish. Look, let me. You answer
I'm
it.
gonna ask a question.
So, would you call yourself a bad boy or alpha?
Or an alpha male?
Would you call yourself an alpha male?
I've got weaknesses. A hell of a lot of weaknesses.
But
that-
everybody
but
has-
that makes
we
you
all-
alpha
yeah.
male. That's what
I
you're
was just about
missing.
to- yeah.
Like,
That's
everyone,
so
trust
true.
me.
That's what you're
That's
missing.
true. I feel like the man who doesn't, see, yeah,
It's just
yeah,
what you
it
could
just
have-
went over your
I'm gonna
head.
tell you how I feel. I could be wrong, but all I can do is tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
You see me, I feel what makes me real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, realer than most of the people that's not around me. Most of the people that come from where I come from. The difference between me and them and why I'm a level above them. Yeah, because I see weakness as a strength. I know that
It is a
sounds
strength.
weird.
No, it
I
is-
know
it
that
doesn't.
sounds weird.
Doesn't sound
but
weird.
I'm ready to show you my weaknesses and who I am.
Because you're gonna see
Yeah,
me
but I
rise up
that's
10
not-
times
that's not a
stronger.
weakness.
It's vulnerability.
That's where people.
Yeah.
That's where
Use
people
that
get
word,
twisted.
'cause when you say
It's not a
weakness,
weakness.
it's
It's
not.
not a weakness.
Listen,
It's a
let me
yeah.
say something.
Yeah.
I believe myself as a man. Yeah.
Being
Watch
vulnerable is a
this.
strength.
No, let me say something. This is how I felt. One of my birthdays, yeah, I only invited 10 people to my birthday because I didn't want a big crowd. 40-something people turned up. 50-something people turned up. Yeah, and they were singing me happy birthday. Yeah, in an environment. And I remember it could have been a lot more if I invited my area.
Yeah, of
It would have been
course.
hundreds. But I wanted a small, intimate, and other people found out, and it turned out 50, 60 people. And at first I was pissed. But I was like, "Raw, these people actually love me."
you.
I stood up on that table. Do you know what I'd done?
What?
As God is my witness, there are people that you can ask. You know what I've done? I cried tears.
Oh.
As a man.
Wha-
Yeah?
wha-
Remember, for the
why
person
not?
Who I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be and for what people thought
Yeah.
I'm meant to be.
But
I'm
that's
supposed to be
real.
crying
That's
tears.
real.
But
No, that just makes
I
you a
didn't
real
feel
man.
no way because I felt like not one of these men that see me crying tears could box me in my face or rob me.
No, of course
No,
not.
of course
But that's
not.
why I asked you
But
the
that's
question
the
of,
that's
do you
why.
feel like you're a bad boy
That's
or an
a-
alpha
Oh, an alpha male, and you're
Alpha-
definitely an
you're
alpha
definitely
male.
alpha male.
Hold on, I'm a bit more than these, man.
I feel like
I can go and get my work. I can say holiday pay is one of the perks and all these things. Where did you think that
get
comes
it.
from?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
Like-
that's
I feel
that's
like
what it is.
people may feel I'm a bad boy because of my behavior, but I feel like my behavior is, I think I'm misunderstood.
That's what I'm saying.
Of
to you.
course.
I'm misunderstood.
But
A
we
lot
need
of
to, that's
people
why we
are-
need to help each
do you know
other
what I mean?
understand that a bit more.
Yeah.
It's true.
My thing is,
It's
like I
so
say to you,
crazy that
everything
people.
is judged.
Yeah, it's so crazy that people
It
look
is.
at weakness as
And
a
strength or
negativity.
whatever, yeah.
As a
No,
negative,
they
sorry.
think vulnerability is
Is a
weakness.
negativity,
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
But
and-
it's
and
not.
it's- and it's
vulnerability
not.
is one of the biggest
I
strengths.
feel
But
like
it's-
saying,
'cause it's what
are we
builds you
safely
up.
saying that vulnerability
Is
is
a strength.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, of course, of course.
Is vulnerability a strength or is acknowledging vulnerability a strength?
No, I feel like
Both, but vulnerability
it is a
is a
Just
strength.
strength
being
for
vulnerable. Do you
sure.
know
And
why?
the-
yeah.
You
yeah.
can kill yourself not being vulnerable.
100%.
You're just holding
That's
it in,
so
holding it
true.
in, holding it
Yeah,
in, holding
yeah.
it in, holding it in.
And I feel like
That's
acknowledging.
weakness.
I feel like acknowledging that vulnerability is a beautiful thing.
It
you understand?
I
is.
feel like that's such a beautiful
Oh,
thing.
God.
When you can
Yeah.
acknowledge it,
At this point,
it's
I'm going to tell you my
it's
vulnerability
different.
because I want to be a strong man then, innit? Yeah? I grew up in my dad's family, it's probably one of the biggest families to ever come out on my side. My dad's family is crazy big. If I count my family, I'll be here all day. Yeah, on my dad's side. My mum's side though is very small, intimate, no men. My granddad died, rest in peace. And I am the only man on my mum's side of the family, and I feel my traits come from my mum's side of the family, not my dad's. When I meet my dad's side of the family, I get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay,
When you're walking down the road with 15 people and every single one of them are blood. Yeah, there's friends around us, but 15 of us are blood. You get lost in the sauce. But where I come from is really where I grew up on my mum's side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I step into a house on my mum's side of the family, I'm the only male. And it's a bag of females. And I've got someone touching it. I can't remember who it was today, yeah. But it resonated me, it hit my heart. Because a lot of men have female traits. I have female traits. Yeah?
Can you just name one female trait? Because a lot of people would, like, a lot of guys, it
shy
annoys
away
me.
from it, and
Shy
I feel
away
like
from it.
it
No,
is what it
man don't
is.
have no,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what do you,
like,
like, pause and
it
let
is
us
what it
explain
is.
to you what it is.
Most
That we don't mean painting your nails.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But
Some men do that.
some people
Yeah,
do
but
that.
we-
But I know what you
We're
mean.
not talking about that kind of female trait, but
Yeah,
we mean
but
there's
like
subtle
they're
female
female.
traits that you might
Yeah.
not
I'm going to
think.
touch on that.
Arguing with women is one of the biggest female traits.
No, I can.
But a lot of guys don't see that. Like, why are you going back and forth with me?
No.
But
it's
but
not only
anyways,
that. I'm gonna generalize it.
Everybody's different,
I'm gonna
man.
generalize it. Emotional. Let me tell you something about me. I am emotional. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Maybe if my dad was around more, he might have taught me to be able to control my emotions. I grew up. I've got a bag of man around me now, family on my dad's side, but I grew up in my mum's side of the family where there's a bag of women. Yeah, they're in the city saying, they're all.
Yeah, that's your environment. You see, that's what we use around.
As a man, I've never been a woman. I've never shown women characteristics in the way of like feminism.
Yeah, like that,
but
yeah.
you've got the little.
You've got the
However, I've got
build
the
traits. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm ready to bang out and pull off my shirt and bust my tie and want to fight the whole of the world, niggas think this is gangsterism. No, it's not. It's feminine traits. Yeah. Because I don't know how to contain this. Yeah. I'm seeing someone sense like it's a weakness to me, not a strength.
Yeah.
Other people might say,
No, it's not weakness.
People
It's
might
not
say-
weakness.
People might say, "Raw, my man, mad. He's the man who not tapped." But to me, looking at it when I go home and think about it, yeah, that's weakness to me. I'm telling you why.
Yeah, I
it's a
get
weakness to
you.
me. The reason why I think it's a weakness to me, yeah, because you said something to me that's petty. It shouldn't even have wound me up like that. I'm stripping
that's-
you. I've got my
that's-
chest out in the middle
I
of the
get-
road.
I get what you're saying.
I'm running
That's
someone
feminine.
down.
Well, if
down
it's
the
something
road.
petty, then that's understandable. But obviously, if it's something that bothered you,
But as
and
a
it's-
man, we need to be able to control our emotions.
yeah,
get
for
that.
sure,
That's
for
so
sure.
true.
No disrespect, but being emotional is a woman trait.
Yeah.
I'm very, very emotional. I wear my emotion on the sleeve.
So
No, I
then-
get what you
I'm
mean.
saying you lot
Would
could
you
say
look
something to me right now that I feel is disrespectful, yeah?
Yeah.
I might not say something on camera, yeah? But I'm telling you, the whole night I won't
You'll be
sleep.
thinking about it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna lay down in my bed and not sleep.
Yeah, no, I know
And
what
then
you
I'm
mean.
gonna
I know a
be-
lot of
I'm gonna
guys
be
like
with
that,
you
like-
tomorrow, yeah?
And be like, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, why did you?
Why did you? Yeah, like why did you kind
I'm
of?
emotional.
So would
Which
you
is
say that's
understandable,
her-
though. It's a woman
would you
trait.
say
We should have him as a chair.
Yeah. Oh my God, tell me
would you
about
say that's
it.
hereditary or environmental or a bit of both?
A bit of both.
I feel like that's a bit of both.
Bit of both.
Yeah, a bit of both,
100%.
but definitely maybe leaning over to the environmental
Environmental,
side because
yeah.
you was around like
Yeah.
females, and when you grow up around
100%.
females, I feel like it's
yeah.
understandable. There's no kind of escaping.
Yeah.
But what I was speaking to someone the other day about a guy. Basically, his cousin he grew up around a lot of females and stuff. You grew up around a lot of females, and you're the way you are,
Yeah.
right? This person that I was talking to told me basically his cousin grew up around a lot of females, but he ended up basically being gay. So we're gonna move into our topic that I
Okay.
want to talk about now. That's a different thing. Do you get what I mean?
So would you say that's environmental or hereditary? 'Cause
Right.
Is it fair to say people are even born that way?
No.
I personally, I don't think so. I think
just
like
feel like people are just
born neutral.
neutral.
That's
There's-
it.
Alright,
People are
let's-
not born
let's-
anyway.
let's
People are
say-
just
let's-
born
Let's
neutral.
say on the argument side, yeah, that you know that everyone starts as a girl. You know, like we all start with two X's.
With two what?
We all
Exes.
start with
Okay,
two
I've heard
X's.
of that
Do you know
before.
that?
Yeah,
You know, to
I
make
have.
a girl is two X's and a boy is X and Y. What's it called?
Chromosomes. Yeah.
Chromosomes.
Oh, but you was there. You got it. You got it.
Don't know about this.
No,
I-
I'm getting it. I don't know about the X and Y, but chromosomes I know about.
As a sperm
Like the
seed,
cells, kinda, yeah.
When the woman gets impregnated, we all start as a female, basically. But then some of us turn into a boy. That's how we end up being
I've
boys.
heard that.
And that's why how you end up having hermaphrodites. Have you heard of
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another topic. In
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
No, that's. But this is
That's
why
what
I'm
we was
saying,
talking
like,
about.
Yeah.
if we was to even, I know it seems a bit funny, but if we was to discuss, like, what is a hermaphrodite supposed to choose?
I feel like
Whatever you
they
feel.
want.
Whatever you feel.
No, I'm not saying, but
No,
are they
that's
gay?
my answer.
As in anyone, to be honest,
Well,
anyone can choose whatever they want to choose,
I don't-
regardless.
No,
but I
but
know
I'm
what you
saying,
mean.
like,
he wants
I know what
The
you
reason
mean.
why I'm saying a hermaphrodite is that the person's born with 2 private parts.
Yeah.
So if
For
they
sure.
had feelings towards both genders, can we?
No. I wouldn't
the
say.
only
I
people
wouldn't.
that you feel like
me
could-
personally, I wouldn't like put them in a category of that person's gay or anything like that. 'cause
Me neither,
That
because
wasn't
you-
to me.
that's-
That's
yeah,
not a
that's-
choice.
yeah,
You
it's
was
not.
born
You was
that
born
way.
that way.
You
Yeah.
didn't
Okay,
have a
with
choice.
that,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
was
You're
born
gonna
that
have
way. It's
hormonal,
true.
like-
you've got both
parts.
parts of you. You've got the
You got the
hormones of both.
testosterone,
Like,
you got the
it's
hormones,
crazy.
like-
But so that's the only reason why I argue maybe some people were born,
It's
even though they
difficult, man. Oh,
developed
gosh.
into a boy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or they stayed as a girl.
When we're talking
certain
about
traits,
when you
may-
say it like that, I thought
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
people
but
are
honestly,
born
but
hermaphrodites,
honestly,
like that
this
way,
one,
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you are
But
born
I'm
a
saying
guy,
That's when someone's actually born a hermaphrodite.
Yeah,
and it comes
that's
out
different.
with both
So it's
parts.
yeah,
That's-
okay.
that's
So I'm
like
saying
completely
within that
different.
process, even if you still ended up coming out as a boy, coming out as a girl, do you think maybe the fact that the hermaphrodites exist shows us that within that X chromosome and that Y chromosome,
Yeah.
that possibly certain people still kept traits in birth.
It's Sierra.
Kind of, maybe.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
No.
But they've been
Yeah,
saying
That
it,
used
but
to
then
be a thing, but I don't think
so.
she is.
Maybe she's not, but I'm saying he's not.
It
going
was
to say
no,
that.
yeah,
yeah,
'cause
no,
we've-
because that
I
was
used
a
to believe that
rumor.
for a long
But
while.
I don't think she is.
I'm like, come
she's
on.
not.
I don't
No,
think
well,
she is.
do you know what I'm saying? She's not.
She's
like,
not
I know
like
her.
we saw,
I don't
but-
know her, but I feel like
You like
she's
just-
not.
she
She's
jumped-
not.
you
No,
like
I'm
she jumped
t-
here.
do you know what it is? Because I'm a big Sierra fan. That's one thing about me.
Yeah, so we're
If
gonna
you-
defend
If
it.
you know me,
Forget her sideburn.
But yeah,
If
like
you
what I
know-
was saying, babe.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, I was trying to, sorry, bringing it back,
That's my
guys.
girl.
Bringing it back.
Oh, she's my girl too.
my girl.
Bringing it back though, yeah, with the hermaphrodites, if I'm saying it right, that's different. But I'm saying like, are you born that way when it comes to maybe like a female? You're born female,
Okay,
and then
so,
along
like-
the line, when you get to an adult, you decide that I want to date females, or a guy along the line, you decide that girls are not for me. I want to date guys.
I just,
Do you feel like they're born like?
No, I don't. I
or
just
is
feel
it a
like-
choice? Or is it a
I'm
choice?
saying it's broken down into some people it's choice. Because some people I feel like, is it fair to say, yeah, if I believe, this is one of my theories, if I took myself in any environment for 3 months, that I would be more prone to do that things that they do in that environment.
Tell you why.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Why would I even take myself there for 3 months?
Why would you ever do that? But if
Yeah.
but-
So I'm just saying, there's certain people that do things for social, I believe, for social acceptance. Yeah. 'Cause-
That's just
course,
weird,
no,
though.
No,
of
that's
course,
weird,
there
but
is people.
I
that
get
do
that, and it's
so
very
100%.
true. But I mean, like, that's
100%
just
it's
really.
true.
Just,
It is.
oh,
It is.
God.
I mean, yeah.
people
I mean, I'm
kill
not gonna.
for social acceptance.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
crazy.
ridiculous.
It's powerful. It's one of
Yeah,
the most powerful.
like,
It is,
that's
and
what
it
I'm
even
saying.
It's
crazy.
not trying to be accepted. not
Yeah,
everybody has to
yeah.
take it
I know
back.
what you're saying.
A lot of
Most
people,
people.
majority people.
Yeah.
So true.
And that social acceptance thing is so powerful. Like people are goths, people worship the devil, and people go to church.
Yeah.
People do all
Yeah.
these things people go to the mosque. People
Yeah.
go to all these places based on the social. That
Yeah,
they
like
came
what
up
they've
in.
been around and the
Yeah.
environment, but you still don't know whether or not, you know what I mean? But
That's
you're
so
following
true.
it because
But you're
it's.
a lot
I've
of
been
times,
around it.
Social
It's like,
acceptance
yeah.
is a heavy.
But
People
it's
are
I don't
crazy.
believe- I tell you
People are
something.
crackheads because of social acceptance.
Because
But I don't believe
Facts.
everybody.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
So-
wait. I don't believe everybody is the way they are because of social acceptance.
No, not
No,
everybody,
not
but
everybody,
it
no.
does.
No, but I'm saying where you want to be accepted. You know, like
Yeah.
it's not that you want to be accepted within your beliefs as well, innit? So you want if you got an imam, yeah, you want an imam to give you certain ratings, like
Shall we move? I'll show you something
with
right
you
now.
within your
If I
your
read up
praise.
some scriptures, yeah, and Judaism was what I believed, I don't care what nobody around me in this room is on. Yeah, I'm gonna turn to that because that's what I truly believe.
No, I'm not
Yeah?
knocking that, but I'm
Forget
just
what
saying
you
it's
do.
a lot to do with social
Well, that's a
acceptance.
good
But
trait
it's
to have
like-
because
yeah.
a lot of people don't have
I know
that.
You know,
what
like,
you mean.
if you come
I
from a
do get
Muslim
what you
country,
mean.
you're not just gonna be out of nowhere being I'm Christian.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And then
be
if
a
you come
Jew
from a
today. Yeah,
Christian
like
country,
yeah,
or-
Let me
yeah.
give you something.
Like,
It's very hard to kind
hard
of.
for you
So
to
let
just-
me give you an example of what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm Muslim. I'm maybe not the best Muslim, but I am Muslim. Yeah, I am Muslim. And
Yeah.
Christians may not be the best Christians, but they are Christians.
No,
None of us are
it's
perfect.
not about the best
However,
anything.
You see when
I'm
jump
talking
in
about social
Ubers,
acceptance.
See when I jump in Ubers, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of the Ubers, I'm
just
giving you
thought
the
of a
best
topic, I
example.
need to write it
Like,
down.
most of the Ubers that I jump in, yeah, they're Muslims. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
They're either Africans, yeah, or they're either Asians,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Do you know? They jump in the car and they see my Uber name, Abdul Karim. I don't ever put Abdul Karim, yeah. And the first conversation I always have with them, you know what they always say to me, and it gets so annoying now. It gets annoying. I have to pull them up every time they do it to me. I jump in and the first point of conversation is, "Oh, are you African?" Yeah. Now the reason why they ask me that question
Because your name.
Because
African.
my name, and they feel like
Muslim companies.
You
Countries,
can't be
so.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
You must come from an African country, so they ask you what part of
Okay.
Africa I come from.
Which
And
is
do you
just
know what I say?
crazy.
Do you know what
That's
I say?
just-
Do you know what
It
I say?
isn't.
Do you know what I say? No,
Because
because
Jamaica's not
most of Jamaicans
Muslim
are not
country.
Muslim.
Yeah,
There's
but-
a lot
but
of-
it's
countries
just-
got Muslim
yeah.
countries.
But you can't just
African
automatically
countries-
assume.
Assume,
But they're
and
doing
this is
that
where we're
because
at.
they're doing that.
You know what I mean?
they're
That's the
doing that.
craziest
You know why
part.
they're doing that? Because most of them in their country, they've never seen Jamaican Muslims.
I know, but
They don't
people
see
need
it.
to come out of that because it's
Exactly.
actually
Out of that stereotypical
it's
kind of like
2023.
we're
I
actually in
think we got to
2023.
remember, because we come from London, multicultural city,
Multicultural,
Yeah.
they're not used to that.
multi-options.
They're not used to that.
Even like we're talking about environmental. This is one thing I was going to go to earlier
Yeah.
about environmental influences. We got to remember, certain people come from different countries.
Yeah.
They come here, and their parents got no control. Their parents don't even understand what's going on.
Here?
Do you
It's
understand what I'm
actually
saying to
so
you?
That's
true.
so
Yeah,
true.
Because
yeah.
how they've been brought up and how they know that they've
That's
implemented
so
certain
true.
things in these youths.
It's
They don't
so
know
different.
what's going on. What bad man? What road?
Yeah.
They don't
What
get
do
it
you
because it's
mean?
not their road, their way
Yeah,
of life.
yeah,
It was
what-
never.
Why?
Yeah.
Where you get this money from? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I get it.
They do not get it. So it shows, that part shows how much the environment has
Has a big
to it.
impact, yeah.
Because some of these people they really grinded to get their kids out of these places for them to die here.
But that's why they need
You
to
know what
now
I mean?
understand that this is
And
not the
for,
place.
like that's not
stay
they
home.
grinded to bring them here because they got told this is the
I
promised
know,
land.
Yeah.
bless that. This stigma
That
about
goes
this
back
is
to
Farinat
Caribbean
Itan.
and
It's just
African
not-
This is the promised
households.
land.
And even when you go back home, say for instance, if a woman,
Honestly,
yeah,
why did my mum bring me here? I'm like, Mum, why?
but if back home, let's say Caribbean or Africa, if a woman wants to sleep with a man that's got more money,
yeah.
certain time a man will encourage her to do that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
over there it's
No, they
It's-
do that
Who's,
over
who's
there.
man?
Yeah.
no
Your
like,
man?
No.
Man in
They're
general.
just in
No,
general.
you're
Oh,
your
okay.
man.
Wait.
Like, if
No.
you have a man, he will
Like, your
encourage
man.
you to go and
wait.
have
man.
sex with someone else.
Yes, if it's gonna bring you money.
Oh
no,
yeah, no.
and that
some
just
people,
you
it's
are a
crazy,
gal.
but
That
it's-
is gallish behavior.
No,
If a
but
girl's
I've
married,
heard it, you know.
No, but in some cultures,
I've heard it. Of course.
normal.
I'm saying in back home.
That
I
is
get you.
crazy.
Yeah, in our
Yeah?
countries, yeah.
Man will allow a
I
woman
get
to
you.
go and
Yeah.
sleep and
Not
get
in
money,
Jamaica.
fam.
That not in Jamaica.
What? The most in Jamaica.
What are you talking about?
Where?
Hold on. First of all, maybe nowadays.
No. You know why? Yeah, this is my strength. I'm gonna tell you my strength.
Are you not alright?
I'm gonna
Take it
wait,
over.
shh. I'm gonna show you my strength. My strength is now, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, back in the days, yeah, when someone says something to me that is so weird to me, yeah, I'm ready to battle them. What are you talking about? Yeah, you see where I am now in life.
You want to
Oh,
learn?
I love your
I
strength.
wanna learn.
Because I'm trying to
Why
get
do
it.
you think like
Yeah,
that?
but I
wanna
would
hear
get
you.
it.
I
It's
wanna learn
true.
something.
Tell
I don't
me.
get it.
I wanna
It's
hear
crazy
you.
It
to
is.
me
It's
what
mind-blowing.
this is- And this is my brother, and I love him. We agree more times.
Of course.
9 times out of 10 we
Come on.
agree.
Yeah.
But this is the one time we don't.
I love
so what I'm
this.
saying, yeah, what I want to do,
Yeah.
instead of going, what are you crazy? What are you?
Allow
what
him
I
to
want to do
speak.
is, brother,
Why do you think
why
that?
do you feel like it's your stage now, and I want to learn?
Take
from
it. We
you.
would love to know.
Why did you say that?
Because I've actually travelled and man has told me, like man I've been chilling with, man, like if the girl can go and get some peas, she can go and take fuck.
Can I just say something? Yeah. That in itself, guys, if you're doing that, you are absolutely the lowest of the lowest.
But do you know that that's
Do
your
you know
English,
that,
do you know
right?
that's your English side saying that though?
English what? Mama take it to my pastor if you don't understand. That is the lowest of the lowest. If you don't mind your lady, that woman that's supposed to be your one and only, to go out to go make money, she is a prosy, bro. That should never be your
I'm
thing
not
anymore.
knocking you.
I know, but I'm letting them know. Whoever think that is okay, that is madness. You
Hold
should have
on.
just cut off.
That
the
is
neck.
not
Yeah,
English.
we could be broke
I
for the
don't.
rest
No,
of our
wait.
life.
Yeah,
That's
let's be
not
black
English.
together. High five becoming good.
That's not
Because then I
English.
don't even feel good in myself to come back to my
That's
man and be
not-
like, babe, look,
that's
the money
not
with
English, Jay.
Mama get. It's like,
Jay,
what?
that is not English.
Because
Let me
now
tell you why. Let me tell you
now
why.
you're worthless to me.
No, wait,
What?
hold
I
on,
don't care how
pause.
much money we've got.
How much
Now
we
you're
got? I'm
worthless
happy
to
for
me.
the money.
Wait, pause.
But at the end of the day, you come and try to rub my little leg. Now I'm not even feeling you because you just got bent back like 10. Nah.
Let me pause. Let me tell you why
That
that's
man
not,
is sick,
Let
he's
me
a
tell you
gal.
why that's
Go,
not
go,
English.
go,
I'm
say
gonna
that.
tell you why that's
It's
not
not
English.
Jamaican.
I just feel like no. I just feel like as a
You're a
person,
troublemaker. He's a
I feel like
troublemaker.
just
Don't
as a
let you do it.
person, it doesn't even matter whether you got money or you don't. I just feel like as humans, yeah, whether we live in north of the world or the south of the world, I feel like as humans we all have feelings, yeah. And when it comes to if your man is sending you out for sex, whether your culture is Chinese, Indian, this is your body. This is your body. It don't matter.
You're right in where you live.
Like,
hear me out, because you can go and get a
no,
job.
it's not. But I feel like as humans,
go
we
and
all
talk
we will
independent
have
woman
that.
talk.
No, we're all gonna have that.
Sis, hear me out. No, not everyone's got
Jay,
that.
we will.
You're
We
showing
know
that-
right
You're
from
showing
wrong.
how much
The
you know about back home. Yeah?
No.
But the reason why I'm telling
Right,
you
go
that,
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't understand how it really is. Yeah,
I get that
It's real.
people do
It's
it.
real.
It's so
I
real,
get that people
yeah?
do it, but it's like,
but it's just dead.
I mean, okay, cool.
No, I'm not. But
Go
even
on, go on.
to have a judgment on something, you have to live in the same place.
Of course.
So for me, without living there, I don't like to judge what they're doing. I kind of try to understand why they do it. Yeah. My whole point of even
I
saying it
get
to
it.
you is
I
that
get it. I get what you're
is
saying.
explaining that there's different conditions in different places.
Yeah, it's true.
There's certain man that even like as a kid, again as a Muslim man is allowed how many wives?
Yeah, and I'll tell you
So-
why, because a lot of people get it wrong, and this is what I want to tell you why, and I'm gonna tell
No,
you.
let me
Top of
forget
the fire
this.
in my head right
Because I
now.
already knew when. No, you're gonna say what you're gonna say, but
Yeah.
afterwards I'm gonna explain why. Because every time people talk about multiple wives, they shake their heads or they don't agree with it. But you see, when I explain to people the beautifulness of it, yeah, I'm gonna convert you and I'm gonna make you smile and say, okay, I understand.
No, but I get what
What,
you're
'cause
saying.
they
It's a
provide them.
cultural thing. It's a cultural thing.
No, I'm saying it's not wrong.
No, I know. I
That's
get
what
what
my
you're
thing is.
saying.
So
Like,
you
see that
believe in
wrong
it?
and
You
right.
think it's
Kira,
No, but I'm
What?
saying-
No, what do you personally think? Then what's your
I
opinion?
believe it's how much you can handle. Like, what is your capacity?
I'm gonna.
So as a woman as well, yeah, if you got a man that can handle your weight as a woman, yeah, that's gonna make you more. That's gonna make you thrive in life. If a man is making you go towards your dreams, all of this different stuff, that's gonna make you thrive in life from where you come from, innit?
Okay.
But that's because of the options that you're given. You're given the options to actually get there yourself.
Yeah.
You're given the options to be the quote unquote man yourself. So even if like there's other, let me give you another circumstance. There's certain women that are career orientated and have money, and when they have their man, they have the rules of they can do what they want and the man can't. So even if you go and see like that comedian Monique and there's other people that do it, yeah, like she's open about what she does with her husband. Will Smith, big Will Smith.
What does Monique do with her?
Her husband, she's the primary, she's the provider.
Okay,
yeah,
she's
so
the breadwinner?
she
I
has
didn't know
her,
that.
she can do certain things, but he can't.
I like that.
He's just the
woman.
Yeah.
So why would you?
Yeah.
Oh,
then you got
okay.
Will Smith. Let me just talk
That's
about
their
this.
agreement. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's
Going back to
everybody's
let's say
so
Will
different.
Smith. Will
That's
Smith
it.
can get more gal than any of us, innit? If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I know what you mean because of who he is.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm
No, now he can.
let's
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about from when we were watching him as a child as
No, back
Fresh
then-
Prince.
So we know.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, from then till now,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
I
of
get it,
course. Yeah.
Will Smith can get.
Any.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
Like,
we know what you
of course,
mean.
I know
Yeah,
what
for
you
sure.
mean. Yeah.
Look how he's getting dealt with.
That's true. That's
Look how
very
he's getting
true.
dealt with. Big Will Smith. Bro, who's got more movies than Will Smith? Who gets paid more for a movie than Will? So if this is about money, it's not. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
about
crazy.
money.
You
It's
know,
not,
like
it's
that just
not.
hit a whole nother.
Yeah. it's true,
It's not about money. And then there's women that will take their man will take them to go and get fucked. There's men that pay men to fuck their women.
What are we even like? Does this
No,
exist,
yeah, but
guys?
you're just showing the.
I
you're
know,
showing-
but
you're
I'm-
showing the two sides, and it's crazy. I know what you mean.
I love that you're
I
showing
know
two
what you
sides,
mean.
but I want to know. This is mind baffling to me. How does that even exist? What? How can a man take a woman to?
Well, some
Yeah,
but
and
this
do you know
one-
what?
this is
Because
some
of whatever
people's agreement,
whatever
though.
agreement they've got,
Yeah,
and
and
it's
that's
happening.
that's
Would they
what I'm
still love that
saying.
woman after
Go and
that?
watch them
Would they
live.
Yeah,
still
that's
love
the
that woman after
question.
that? Would they still love the
Do
woman
you think
after
they
that?
will?
No, my thing is everyone has different conditions.
No,
Not
of
every man
course.
comes with the same thing.
Do you think there's men
Yeah.
out there that will love their woman after they've taken
Yes,
them?
yes, because love hasn't got nothing to do with what we're saying it has.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with
a-
someone
I
stepped
know what you
out
mean.
or
That's
someone does this or someone does that. That's not what love is.
All I could do is talk for
Love
myself.
is someone can deal with you.
I
If your
can't-
life is still going the right way, you can have someone that's so loyal to you, but they're not pushing your life in the right way.
I know what you
They're
mean.
not. They're not helping you
Which is-
chase your
yeah,
dreams.
which is
They're
true.
not teaching you nothing. They don't do nothing for you
Yeah.
in the bedroom. All of these things. It doesn't matter if they're doing all the right things.
Yeah, like
You know
you
what I'm
said, I
saying?
just feel like it's what you can cope with for real.
Yeah.
Because that is
Yeah, and
madness.
what you
And then
guys
as soon as you
agree
lot go
to.
mad, the person's gone.
Yeah.
So what do you need that as well? Like, do you need someone that's just gonna run away as soon as
No,
you show them a little
No,
attention?
no, we don't.
No,
like,
that's
no.
true.
So that's why I say someone
We
that
don't
can
need you
hold
to
your
be
weight.
too
gonna
like.
touch
You
on
need, there's
what-
a balance. I said
Yeah.
this from the start. We always need
I'm
a
gonna
balance.
touch on multiple wives. Do you not know about it?
What? About yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I'm
don't-
gonna
I
don't-
just-
I'm gonna tell you why.
we will
I'm gonna
speak
tell you
about
why.
that.
Touch on multiple wives and polygamy,
Oh,
Okay.
if that's it,
Alright,
because
let's touch-
environmental.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
That's not hereditary, but
In this generation,
It's not.
let me touch. In this generation and previous generations, two totally different times. These times are horrible. When you think about multiple wives, the first thing girls think when you mention multiple wives, what, so you're going to be sleeping around with bare other gal and me and it's acceptable? No. You have to understand, in them times, sex ain't everything. Sex right now
is everything.
Is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah? Back then, yes, you're taking on, sorry, should I even say this? Burdens. Yes, let me tell you something. Let's give you an example. You've got a whole husband, and you've got a whole family with all 10 kids, 7 kids, yeah? And you are not the breadwinner. Because back then, the man is the breadwinner.
Okay.
And he provides for your whole family, yeah? And he dies in war because nowadays these men are pussy. They don't know about war, yeah? So what I'm saying, back then,
problems.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying the truth. Back then, your man has to be a warrior.
Yeah.
He has to go on war and fight battles. So say your husband died and he was the breadwinner. You're not a breadwinner, you're a woman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, nowadays,
Back then, I know what you mean.
women are more
Back then,
yeah, if your man dies, you're in trouble. Especially if you've got multiple children. Who's the breadwinner?
I get that.
You're going to starve to death and your children are going to dead too.
I get that.
So, if I'm married to S, right here, yeah, and I'm saying, well, you're S's friend though, and I'm close to you too because you've been around and I knew your husband, yeah, and it's not really about sex. It's not about I want to fuck my dead friend's gal. What it's about now is you lot are going to die because you don't have a breadwinner. Yeah, and I am a breadwinner and I'm still alive, and I don't want you lot to go there. I'm looking at the children and I'm looking at you and I'm saying, you know what, I'm going to take you on and all of them, even though it's going to be hard. Sex may be involved somewhere.
It will be
somewhere later on, but first and foremost, this is about providing and looking after you lot as a man, because this is what makes a man, not the other sexual stuff.
But that's a 1954 BC.
No, but I'm just saying where it came from. I'm saying where it came from and where it twisted. I'm saying where it came from.
Tell me where it twisted.
I'm saying where it came from. It twisted. I'm going to tell you where it twisted. Yeah, it came from a place where you're able to take on somebody else that's going through hardship and look after them.
Yeah, I get
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
So that's the actual meaning of it, yeah.
You know, lots of people just hear we can have multiple wives. No, you can't. Yeah, if I buy you a 10 grand car, do you know the other wife that I married? I have to buy a 10 grand car too. And if I can't afford to spend equally, yeah, I can't have you as a wife. I need to be able to provide for both of you and look after both of you equally.
And to me, that makes less sense for a woman.
But that's...
And if I
she
got
should
the
still
money to do
know
that...
the main, your wife, you should know she's the wife. Though.
Wife, just one.
That's it.
One and only. That's the crazy part.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not saying that it's wrong for like the Islamic culture to think like that because you know, like that's what they believe in. Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong, but for me personally, that's just for me. Like that is
everything should work like see the shape of a pyramid. Like it's the top and it works its way down. Do you know what I'm saying? And not saying that. And the thing is, when you actually got the access, you don't want to have that much. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You don't want to beating bear gal all over, but you should have gone through that already.
Of
course.
You don't talk about beating. That's
because
but what else is happening?
Yeah, you know, like half
that you're providing basically for them.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. So basically, the bottom line of what you were saying is providing.
You don't prove my point.
Wait, the bottom line. Wait, pause. Let me go back. Let me go back onto.
No, I won't even say it like that. Let me follow through. I'm just saying like what you gotta understand is that people's fears are not what they are. So like what a woman fears, what a man fears is half of the time. It's not what it is. And that's what I'm saying. It's not like we need to understand why people do things and who they are. Because I feel like some people ain't earned the space to do certain things. I think that with a man is about earning his space to do certain things. And the same thing with a woman has earned the space to be with certain men. Because again, if you want your life to just be ordinary and you want yourself to be never have no help and never have no one that looks at you like, nah, you chill out. Let me make sure that certain things is dealt with. Do you get what I'm saying? If you never want to have that, then no problem, innit? It's no problem. But at the same time, when you experience that, even in the smallest way, like you'll be like, right, like this is different.
Yeah, no, of course, because it's not what you're used to.
And that's what it is. It's like it's not saying that you won't find no one attractive or.
No, of course not. But it's different.
It's just that. But half of the time, what people are fighting against, environmentally wise and hereditary wise, is the same subject.
It is kind of. When you kind of after all of that,
kind of. I mean, like kind of. I'm still
but it's still a bit of balance, 50-50. I thought.
Yeah, I'm still like kind of because, like I said, with environmental, not trying to go off. Like I'm not going to touch on it for too long, but with the environmental, sometimes it makes you grow up in an environment and it makes you want to be completely different.
To what
Does
you've
that
grown
make
up
sense?
around.
With the hereditary,
100%.
it's kind of, you can't really help that.
Yeah.
This is in you, not on you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with the environmental, so I kind of look at me and my sister, for example, like I've got 2 sisters. I'm the middle one. I'm the youngest. Me and my sister, completely different. Same environment, same household, live together, same parents, everything. We've come out of the same woman. Do you get what I mean? Like
me and my brother
and we
as well.
are completely different. I
'Cause
feel
you're
like
two
I'm a
different
bit more,
individuals.
and I
what
just
it is.
feel like I've kind of I'm a bit more environmental. Not saying that everything about me is environmental, but I feel like I'm a bit more. My sister rebelled from our environment. My sister is completely. You would never ever think she was raised in South London. You would think she's from Chelsea,
because that wasn't
or
her
something.
thing,
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just goes to show, like, she's seen the environmental side. She knows
And
her
she-
childhood,
yeah.
and she said, "Yeah, I'm alright, babe.
All right, let me go that
this
way,
way.
kind of thing.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So there's
it
that
depends.
too.
But like I said, it depends on the individual. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Whether you go left or right with it, we're just all different. Like,
Do you
some
know
people,
what I feel like it boils down to?
What?
Your environmental, where you've grown up environmentally, it's gonna shape you regardless. Because it's either you're gonna go to it because you grew up in it, or you're gonna go away from it because you grew up in it.
No, I get.
Do you get
what
what I mean?
Yeah.
It all boils down to the
you got
same
your
thing.
house, and then you got your environment.
We'll never forget the house, because the house is the
true.
main part.
And
I
that's
mean,
a
I
totally
feel like
different
the house.
environment.
I feel like when it's in house, I feel like that's kind of more of you as a person. Like that kind of molds you more as a.
The core.
Kinda, yeah.
core.
Yeah, the
Yes.
main. I get what you're trying
That's
to
your
say.
core.
Like the main part
Because
of it.
in
Yeah.
house that's your main thing. Do you get what I mean? You're gonna not everybody, but
And then the
after
environmental
school
is
we're
where
gonna
you
go
pick
school.
up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going
Bits
home
and
regardless.
pieces.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
This is me. Do
And
you know what I
outside,
mean?
you're kind of figuring yourself out.
That's
100%, because you've
That's
seen
the words, figuring yourself
yeah,
out.
because you've seen so many people's different characteristics through so many other people. You're trying to fit yourself in somewhere.
And
That's
why
what
I don't
happens. The
think we
home is the foundation kind of thing,
No, it
right?
is the
It
foundation.
is
Yeah.
100%.
That's why you got to question the home. Because I think that's what we don't question sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Can I ask you a
true.
little question, because I'm big on learning. I learn from my son. I learn from people my age, and I learn from people older than me.
Why not?
Too. I learn from everybody, and I want to ask you a little question because I want to learn from you lot today. Yeah. And I might be moving on topic. I hope I'm not going too far away.
No,
from
it's
it.
fine. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
What makes me? What do you lot as women see me as a man? What would you lot? What would I have? What do I have to do? And what elements do I have to have?
Shireen, you
be
want
the
to take
man?
it first?
What do I need to
a
be
big
to be a
question.
man in you lot's eyes?
You want to take it first? Or should I
No,
take
you
it?
can take it away because that's a big question.
To be a man, to be my man, I need you to be a provider. That is just it. Point blank period. Yes, I can do it for myself, but I need you to be a provider. I'm so old school. I'm used to seeing my mum and my stepdad just like that. He was just a provider. I don't know if it's because he was African, and I don't know, but I just feel like a lot. It's got a lot to do with your cultural, like where you're from, and a lot of that as well.
But
Because
what's
it's
crazy
just,
is that Jamaican women, African men seem to work quite well.
they do.
Because the woman cooks,
They do.
and then the man
Provides.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. And it's perfect.
This ain't a trick question, but say he's a
But then
provider.
oh God.
Say he's a provider. Say he's a provider. This is not a trick question. Okay, I know what I feel. But say he's a provider, but he can't physically protect his family home. And he can't physically protect his family. Physically, but he's a provider. Is he still a man?
But can I be
You're
honest?
still a man, but you're not my man.
When you're a provider though, you are physically.
You're not my
when
man.
you are physically.
I mean,
You see, providing is physically protecting.
Can't be no.
No,
see,
but
like-
I'm saying, say,
No, I know what you mean,
if
like,
you're physical,
from
you know, they're not
harm.
No,
harming.
I know. I'm saying, but if you're always getting physical, and that's your main source of protection.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking you're providing by protecting,
No, it's not.
No, I don't think he
No,
means
I
like
don't-
fighting
yeah.
as
Well,
well.
I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just
No, I
saying.
know what
I'm
you
just
mean.
saying,
Even
what-
if a guy's a nerd and he's a millionaire,
Yeah. But what I was saying.
he can pay a change.
No, but what I was saying, no,
Yeah.
okay, and he can still do it other ways.
And he can
But
get
what-
touched.
we won't talk too
He
much
can
about
go into the
it.
computer
What I
and-
want to do is
and
that
just
what-
shut your
what
life
I am
down.
saying- Listen, we don't talk on that. Right? We don't talk on that. But what I am saying though, if your man is not physical and he cannot physically defend you, say you're out in a club and a man slapped your ass.
That is
Yeah?
oh
Yeah, I've seen
my!
bare them little
You're
things on
making me
Instagram,
relive
yeah?
some
Alright,
shit.
cool. And a man slapped your ass, yeah, and your man is standing right there and he got a bag of money but he can't physically stand up.
That's ridiculous.
you.
Then you might as well just throw the whole money in the bin.
For myself,
Are you
not
serious?
my fault, I know
Yeah.
what I'm on.
So you wouldn't.
But
I don't want you to punch anyone. I don't want you to go crazy. But know what you're doing. You need to make sure to know that this is your thing. You can't control what other people do.
These are the conditions that I was. One second. These are the conditions I say that you had.
Abrupt.
That you don't want to say that you had. There's conditions.
Well, yeah, but now that we're getting into it, I just can't think of them off the
In that
dome.
sense,
I don't mind. Me, I'm cool with that.
In that
I'm
sense,
saying,
yeah,
but
of course.
I still speak. We got to still speak as man that can do that. Yeah, we have to be the spokesman for the people that can't. Because some of the people that can't, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, no, of course not. But they just that's not them.
As for me,
no, but so I'm saying, so there is criteria.
I want to learn. I want to hear.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I want to hear Jay.
There's criteria. No, but earlier when I was asking them if there's criteria, they told me there's no criteria.
Okay.
Did I say there was?
Even the bum outside Saturday could have spoken.
I don't think I said that. Me never said there's no criteria. She said something else. Me never said that.
That's why you're laughing.
I'm always the one that's like, I'm gonna say me.
Okay, I get you.
We're getting closer.
I just really want to know for myself because I'm learning.
Yeah.
I want to know if the man that you're with is a provider, he works 24/7 and look after your whole family, you don't have to do nothing. However, a man slap your ass and he stands there clueless and does not know what to do because physically he can't handle the situation. Is he still a man? Yes or no? Even
No, you're a man. You're a man.
You are still a man, but it's just
you know what I'm gonna say.
You are still a man, but like,
yes, you're just
what,
not my man.
What? Talk your team.
But like, what are you doing? Like, you're are you okay for another man to disrespect your woman right in front of you?
But
like,
maybe it's just not
Is this
conversational.
okay?
And that is understandable, but you need to learn how to open your mouth.
Wait, hold on. Is not about being confrontational.
Watch this though.
That's not about being confrontational. That is about defending your own.
Can I rephrase it? Let me rephrase it.
Rephrase it.
One second.
Let me rephrase it. Go on.
A man touched your bum in Chelsea. A man touched your bum in Brixton. In Chelsea, he wilded out.
No, but don't wild out. That's my thing. You're giving me. Okay, sorry. Go on.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So what would you want to do if you're not wilding out?
I'm saying
in Chelsea you wilded out, but in Brixton you was quiet. I get you. That's the difference. No, I get where Jay's. In Chelsea, your man wilded out in Chelsea because the man touched your bum in Chelsea. He went mad, but now he's in Brixton. And he's not really saying much. I get it. Like, is that still manly? I just feel like, me personally, I feel like you need to have the same energy whether we're in Chelsea.
I just like
Brixton.
a man that's comfortable within himself.
Do you know what I mean?
If a man slapped your ass and
it's
you
the
want your man,
disrespect is still
I'm
the
saying, so
same.
what if he ignored it in Chelsea? And
you
mash
can
up the man in
provide, that's
Brixton?
totally different, but you're just you're clearly not the type of person that will stick up for me. You won't stick up for me.
That's a smart
You're your own man. You're your own man, but you're clearly not a man that will stick up for me. No.
Hold on, but what if your man ignored the slapping of a bum in Chelsea, but you broke it down in Brixton? That's a smart man. That's a smart man.
Do you see?
It is.
What?
You don't get it.
Yeah.
No. It's still disrespectful, but Jay gets where I'm coming from.
I get what you're saying, but
I'm coming from.
No, but there has to be extremes.
Of course, but
I get what you're saying.
It has to be that side
Me
and that side.
personally, no.
You can't just want a man to bruck man down anyway.
I'm not.
No, don't break him down though. Me personally.
Let me explain
Some
my
girls
point.
like that.
Just place
No.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
wait,
she's
pause.
saying. Basically.
But let me break it
That's
down
what
for
she said.
you.
That's
Let me break let me break it
please.
down for you. So when I say, of course, it's still disrespectful. We're not stupid. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And of course, he should react in both elements. But when I say that's a smart man, I mean in Chelsea, you're most likely to go like
So
if
you
you
know
are
what
like no.
No,
I'm
the
just
disrespect
saying,
is different
it's
as
still-
well.
it's
You got to
still-
understand that.
No, the
You see-
disrespect's still the same.
No, let me explain to you.
Oh, okay,
Watch
go
this
on,
now.
go on,
yeah?
go on.
You see, when the man touches her bum in Chelsea, you know what she's gonna do? Babe, I beg you, leave it.
It don't matter.
No, hear me out.
It
It's
depends.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
There's difference
go on.
within environments.
Yeah, I get what you're
Like,
saying. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
You know you can rock him up. It's just some
I know what
some
I can,
joke, man.
It don't matter if it's a joke.
But
man.
now,
You have the same thing
I'm not even thinking.
Man walk past with 3 man tapped to your you're you're trying to test me.
I'm not even thinking
It
about
means
it like
something
that.
different in
I'll
different
tell you
places.
how I-
No,
It does.
I'm saying,
It does.
I get
That
what
makes
you're
sense.
saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I was
definitely
trying to get
means-
at.
That's what I'm trying to say.
literally what I was trying to
It
get at.
does,
I'm
but
gonna tell you how I feel.
be
but
the
it's
same
still-
person.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I don't care if it's Timothy from Chelsea, yeah, or if Ricardo from Brixton.
Yeah.
No,
But I don't care if Timothy.
But
I don't care if Timothy
Yeah.
was with his little work posh friends from in the pub, and he just come from his office 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, I get you.
Whereas
No,
Ricardo
of
just
course,
come
yeah, I
from
get
Shotton on Brixton, Acre Lane.
With his three friends.
It don't make a difference. You put your hand on.
You're
I'm
still a
gonna react
man.
the same to
Yeah,
me.
No,
but just
I
know
get
how
it.
to
Make a
react.
I get, no, I get
That's
it.
the
but
difference.
I
Know how to
understand.
react.
I don't care where they have
Your
come
reaction
from.
should be different.
Of course.
Oh no, for sure. That's what I'm saying.
100%,
Know
and
how
this
to
is
react.
This is
Like,
what we're trying
that's
to
what-
do.
that's
You
when-
want me to go like
No,
when
wait,
you-
let
when
me
you get
explain.
older,
No,
you
let me
want to-
explain. No, pause. No, pause. No, it's not about that. Listen to the scenario.
The surroundings.
Let's just say
Not 'cause
this
he's
man
rich.
from Chelsea
No.
is by himself, taps your girl's bum. Of
I
course,
agree
when
with
I
you.
no
Why are you
wait,
thinking
hold
about
on,
that?
wait, pause. I'm not saying, of course, it's still a disrespect. Of course, and I'm not saying you shouldn't react. When I say that's a smart man, I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I know
Yeah.
exactly what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're not stupid.
No.
So that
I'm
man
stupid
in
today.
Chelsea
He probably
taps
just-
your man's bum, whatever. I'm so sorry, but if you go down to Brixton or Peckham and there's fruit, he's with 5 man and he's
think like that.
It's a
slapped
different-
you.
it's a different vibe.
different
Just
type of
giving
vibe.
the
intention of
to-
why they
yeah.
did it.
Not only am I disrespecting your girl, I'm disrespecting you. I'm making my friends laugh at you. You
Yes.
think that that's the
Wait,
same
wait, shall I
disrespect?
tell you
No,
something?
the
It's
disrespect
not,
is.
it's not the same environment, but the damage is still the same.
Still the same.
You slap my ass, a man still slap my ass. It
let me
don't
tell
give
you
a crap who
something.
it was.
Well, then my point is that
I
you see,
know
if
what
But
you
I'm
mean.
saying
Hear me
just
out, hear me out.
yeah, go
I
on.
know what you
within
mean.
everything, yeah. If everything is the same, then if I go back to an example that you don't like,
I never said everything's the same, but go back to the example.
No, I'm saying
Go
if I
on.
go back to the example if you don't like
Cheating.
cheating. See,
Go
I
on,
didn't
go
even
for
say
it.
it. You said
No,
it.
Jay.
No, I didn't even say it. She said it.
No, guys.
There's no
I know what
there's
you
no-
mean,
if
but I
there's-
get what
no,
you're
hear me out,
saying
yeah,
too.
within everything, there's extremes. Yeah. The problem I think with our community sometimes
Yeah.
is that we think we have to react to everything.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
I get that.
I want to say
Hear me out.
afterwards. Yeah, I'm gonna
Hear me out.
and
I'm
I'm
saying
gonna talk afterwards.
within. You gotta know what's worth what in
Yeah,
life,
that's
yeah, and what's got what value, and what means what when
Discrimination's
someone's
big.
doing it. No, I'm not.
Discrimination's in the French nowadays.
No. I
discriminate.
totally get that. I'm saying.
Timothy or Ricardo.
Don't forget. I think you've taken examples too
Too
literal.
literal.
Yeah.
because we're not talking.
I'm not
you're
talking about
the actual
Timothy
act. It's not
in
about that.
Chelsea.
It's
Yeah.
about your mindset.
It's just that's what
It's
she's
not
trying to
about-
say.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
about
tell
the
you my
actual.
But what I get where he's
No,
coming
but
from
I-
too.
but
See,
you're
I'm the one in the middle.
But you're
I get where he's
talking
coming from, and I get where
about
she's
literally,
coming from.
It's-
I feel, but everyone's good and everyone's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
I feel that you lot are focusing too much on where he come from, who he's with.
Yeah.
Wait. Where he come from, who he's with,
Yeah.
how he grew up. I don't care. Let me show you something. This is my wife, bro. Listen, tell me how I feel. Just not coming from.
I
Just
like
give
that,
me
go on.
give me like 20 seconds. I do not care where the violation came from. This is my wife and I love
But that's
her.
you.
And I'm going to tell you me. Just let me give me 20
not
seconds.
talking about you.
I know. I'm going to tell you how I feel because I can't tell you about me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give me 20 seconds.
Yeah.
This is my wife and I love her. Yeah, and if you violate her,
I didn't say it was a wife neither.
Okay, girl, I don't care, girl.
Yeah.
I don't care if it came from a posh man, or it came from a drunk or sober man, or it came from a black or white Chinese man, or it came from a man from Brixton or Chelsea. Yeah, the violation stands. This is I respect this woman. Yeah, if I see you lot step outside right now and I see a man walk past, this is why I'm different to a lot of people. And I see 20 man walk past right now, and I swear to God, I would react the same way. The 20 man come and try to grab you lot up. Yeah, if one man that looked like he's not a threat came and grabbed you lot's arse up. Shall I tell you what I would do? I would have same, and this is what I'm saying, people got selective badness. And I'm not ever saying this is what the conversation
Yeah,
about,
no, I get what
but
you
too
mean.
much man have got selective badness.
To pick
You
and
see
choose.
the same energy that I've got.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
No,
I've
that's-
got
Yeah,
the same
but
But
energy.
you're talking
That's
about
not
it
the selective
literal again.
badness.
But that's where
The
it might be
selective
going over
badness
your
is
head a
that-
little bit.
saying.
Selective badness is that you would have done nothing in Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, you would
You
have
would've-
mash up man in Chelsea.
But you
I wouldn't
didn't
done
do
nothing.
it.
in Brixton.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm
That's
saying.
selective badness.
No,
That's
but
selective
this
But I
is
get what you're
this is what-
saying.
I get what you're
but watch this now. Even if I said to you, and I'm just gonna put it this way: if you, I'm putting the same situations, and you had a tool on you,
Yeah.
are you pulling that tool in both situations?
Don't ask me that question.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
this is where I said.
No, I'm
that's
giving
why
you
I
more
said,
of it.
No,
so
I get it.
I'm gonna give additional anytime so you can understand.
Because you've got to think further.
This is
You
exactly.
can't just
no,
think
that's-
surface level.
This is
It's a think back
No, but
behind.
this is
Oh,
exactly
shit,
what I was
like-
saying when I said I'm not talking about the literal disrespect.
We're not talking about-
because
yeah.
we
You're thinking
know.
about
No,
the
wait,
thought
pause.
process behind it and
No.
the right thing to do. I
No,
understand
that's
where
not
you're
what
at.
I'm
No,
thinking.
but
Of course, that is. It's not no. You
But
are.
That's not what.
What are you thinking about,
That's not
Sissy?
what I'm talking about. When I say you guys are thinking about it literal, the disrespect
Yeah.
is the same or whatever. But for example, pulling out a knife and stabbing the man up in England is not going to give you the same consequence than and doing
Because
it
that's your thought process, sis.
No, than doing it in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's the thought process. That's exactly what he just said.
but-
You're thinking about it because you
You're
you know the
thinking about
consequence.
it.
You know what's
You're
going to
thinking
happen.
about the consequences.
Do you get what I mean?
And the difference between them.
Yeah, but that's
but
right. I get
don't
exactly
see
what you're saying. I agree with that. That is right. I think about the consequence. Like, that's not
I don't
smart.
see the difference.
Yeah.
That's my point.
but
That
you
is
don't have
exactly
to-
where I'm going
okay,
from.
okay.
That's not
So you
smart.
get
You don't have to think
Okay,
about consequences.
okay,
I'll tell you
okay.
why. Because maybe this is why I messed
Yeah.
up. Maybe this could be wrong, and I'm gonna admit my wrongs.
And
there.
everybody,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I don't
okay,
see no
okay.
difference. All I saw is the hand that tried to grab the
And I-
woman that
and I love that.
And I
I love
don't
that.
see 8 man, one
And you
man.
don't see one man, and you don't see Brixton, and you don't see Chelsea.
I don't see a threat or no threat. All I see
Yeah.
is
It's the
how you made
disrespect.
my
The
wife
disrespect.
feel.
Of course.
That's all I see. I don't see nothing
But this
else.
is what I'm saying. This is exactly
why
what we're
there
saying,
set
but I get
reaction
it.
for everything. This is my point.
Did
Did you say, is there a set reaction?
Yeah, there's a set reaction.
Oh, there
Yeah,
is.
there's
Of
a set-
course.
there's a set reaction. Oh, if someone
For
does
sure.
this, then you're gonna do
This
it.
is
No,
what
but
I'm
you know
trying
what?
to
More
say.
time in life, we don't always do that set reaction. Depending on who the person is that does these things as well.
Ooh, I wouldn't say who the person is. I wouldn't say who the person is.
Not me. I'm not saying
No,
me.
I
See,
know,
like
but
me.
I
He's just saying
wouldn't
in
use it.
general.
Let me
cool.
explain something to you. When you don't respect badness, badness can't rule you. So if it's someone that I don't care what you've done, you can't chat to me no way. I'm not gonna have it.
Yeah.
If you respect a certain level of badness and a man's badder than you,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He will
Yeah.
pull you to the ground and
Yeah.
back, like,
Yeah.
slap to that.
Hit
the
For
nail on
sure.
the head.
these
Yeah.
guys can do all sorts to you,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and you're a bad man. But you're just,
but you're just
but
gonna,
you're just a-
but you
yeah.
respect his badness more than yours. So
That's crazy.
So-
because that's so true.
Yeah,
that's
it
what I'm
is,
saying
it
to you.
is.
So
That's
we've got
crazy
those
because that
elements
is
as
so
well.
true.
Like my whole thing was, again, when I give you different examples, is that it's not that you won't react ever, and I can't even speak for myself because some of my
Very
ways.
human.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're right because I've seen sometimes people reacting and it not work out in the long run. Say for instance, okay, someone does that and for your pride you go, but whatever, you're in jail. This girl's gone to another man.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
like
love that you just put that in a
Just
nutshell because
like-
a lot of people don't think like
it's
that.
so true.
But I like what Abs was saying. Let me give you. Sorry, I have to
can't-
give you an example. I love what he was saying, where he said react same way regardless.
Of
But my
course,
thing
but I
is,
get what you're saying.
what I was saying to you earlier
No, it's
on,
beautiful.
your reaction has to be different. If you're giving an example, as in we're in a different type of setting, Chelsea and Brixton, if that's the example,
Yeah.
your reaction has to be different. But
Why?
best
Because-
believe you have
but
to
you're
react.
gonna react.
You gotta react.
my
If you're
point.
standing
You
still in
have
Chelsea
to
and you're
react.
moving up in Brixton,
Of course.
something's
You
wrong.
have to react.
Because you gotta know that you
But-
care about your
yeah, you
woman,
also take it
and you've
too literal.
acknowledged that
Take it
someone's
too
just slapped my
literal.
ass.
Too literal.
Let me
What you
take-
gotta understand is this. Like I say to you,
Hold on.
I even added onto it, and I said if you had a tool, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And I said, no, I'm saying, if you had a tool, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're wearing banging West End, just to say.
Yeah.
So maybe if Chelsea was the wrong place, yeah. You're in
Okay,
the
West End.
banging West
Yeah,
End.
let's say
Smart
that.
place to
West,
do it.
West,
Yeah,
perfect.
you're in the middle of West End. Something happens. Let's just say, forget the woman.
Yeah.
Someone tries to violate your brethren.
Okay.
Yeah. More time, if you're in the hood and someone tries to violate your brethren,
Tell me
yeah,
something.
you're more likely to get into a madness.
Yeah,
When you're
facts.
dressed up, gone to Embassy or Mayfair, yeah, you'll still punch a man up. Don't get
Yeah,
me
of course.
But you're still
But
gonna be
you're-
a bit more, yeah.
But this is.
But this is what I said to you. Maybe you see how I can't say what I do is what everyone does, and also even my bad traits. So even when I'm talking, one thing I like to do is exercise different sides of the thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Because
course, and I
it's
like
the
that.
standard thing, like whoa, black man.
Oh no, this is
Yeah,
how I am.
that's so
Yeah,
That is the standard.
Cliche,
thing to
'cause
do.
you're gonna
It's
say
'cause
how
you're
you
gonna-
feel.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to look at
But
different
it's easier,
sides,
of
but you have
course.
to be real to yourself also.
Yeah,
of
And I'm
course.
telling you, that, you see, my strength is to be able to say what I'm about to say may be not right, but I'm going to tell you what's right for me.
No, I get
And
you.
what's right for me is I'm one of them guys that I don't care. You see me, put me in jail. Especially, no, don't put me in jail. No.
God
let
forbid.
me finish my sentence.
Touch
though.
wood,
Let me
please.
finish my sentence though.
Yeah.
Because when I finish my sentence, you're gonna understand what I'm gonna say.
Dying like
No. Let me
oh,
finish.
God.
No,
what I'm
go
saying.
on.
You
I
can't
wanna
cut-
hear.
You can't cut. You have to.
No, of course,
understand
go
the
on.
rest of what
Right,
I'm
go
saying. Put me in jail, and I will sit down there with a big smile on my face if the reason why I done it was for certain circumstances. Yes, what I'm trying to say is somebody tries to harm my family.
Well,
Like, let me say,
course.
this is a crazy example. Yeah, it never happened. God forbid. God forbid it will never happen. Someone raped a female around me. Yes, I don't care if you're in Chelsea or Brixton, you're dying.
No,
Yes,
that's
listen,
different,
listen, and alright, cool. So then I'm
different,
leading.
yeah.
I'm putting that to an example of. I
And
do
you know,
But
not.
that's-
we
I
have
do
to
not
edit that- we have to
differentiate.
edit the R word out as well.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Take that, take that.
Yeah.
I do not differentiate. I don't differentiate. You lot might look at the bigger picture of location and the fact that, you know what, there's so much cameras around here. if I do this, it's a bit mad. And you know what, these niggas, these youths are posh,
Yeah.
so then they're more likely to snitch. And I can't deal with these man the same way I do with hood niggas, because I can probably stand them up, they probably won't snitch. Yeah, I can do them something, they're probably like, I'm going to jail.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that-
I don't care.
You don't think? Do
I
you
don't
think does
like
that run
It
through your
doesn't- I
mind
don't-
before?
It don't come through my mind.
See, that's the
It doesn't even
difference.
care. I don't care.
All of that runs through my mind,
That's
and then it's like,
That is
no,
the difference.
you can't do that. That's
I don't
funny.
care.
Because we have to.
I know. I clearly can see
I'm
it.
not gonna go lighter on you. You're probably gonna snitch on me. Then you.
I get what you
I
mean.
know what you mean.
But then that's a you
I feel
thing.
like
That's
yeah,
a you
That's
thing.
definitely a
You know what I
you
mean?
thing,
That's
because
like-
I feel like at the same time,
Yeah.
you need to think strategically. Like
You have to.
I'm not
Nowadays,
being funny.
them people you end up
that
what?
2 minutes, that's gonna cost you 30 years in jail.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Wait,
It
it just
don't make
don't make.
sense.
Especially, okay, cool. If you have nothing to live for, then
it's not my thing.
it's okay.
I get
Like if
that.
you have nothing to live for, but I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but if you've got something to live for and you've
Do you think you can
you've
take
got
son?
an
Say for instance
imprint.
you're on a date and someone says like whoever you're with bum,
Mm.
you wild out on this person, yeah, because you was just with the date and they disrespected you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now you're going to jail because person dead, whatever. Yeah, now your youth wants to know why you're going to jail.
No, of course, it's not.
All
You
these
better just share it with your chest
Like,
because that is
you
the
have to,
most
at this point,
foolfulest
have to.
something
It's
to say to your son.
ridiculous. This is my
Oh,
point.
son.
This is why it all goes back to you need to think.
Setting an
Do you get what I
example.
mean? You don't just. I just feel like just acting. I feel like that's what you do when you're 2.
No,
Do you get what I mean?
And even when you're
like,
a teenager,
people, not
because
like,
you're
No, it's true. You just
I'm
act on
literally
like
just
yeah.
You ain't
thinking.
seen anything yet.
I'm literally just thinking. You know, like babies might see something. Like babies might see fire and think,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
that's nice. I'm not thinking if it's hot. I'm not thinking of the
Yeah, like,
consequences.
yeah.
I just want to put my hands in
Yeah.
it. Like I feel like as we grow, we
Yes.
really need to realize
Thank
what
you.
it
The
is that we're
consequences.
actually
What
doing.
I'm telling you,
Like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to
Although
really.
I was had the posh bridge, I can get away with a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Put me over there, then
You
so-
Come then, look what I got together. Look, I'm not mind.
It coming like what you lot are saying to me.
No, it's
If
true
I was
though.
born in
You see-
Chelsea, you lot would let me get a limit.
Environment.
It's not that I wouldn't let you get
But
away
it's
with
not about
liberties.
that.
As I said, my man still has to stand.
You see you in terms of
Because I'm gonna look at you like, are you
When I
idiot?
say to you sometimes,
You know?
if you was out with the lads, yeah, man ain't looking at you no way the next day. You know, you got out with a set of lads, if you know what I mean. Yeah?
Man, them. Let's say that.
No, lads.
Oh, lads. Okay, from
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
lads.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you have a little scrappers.
Yeah.
Everyone tomorrow's gonna wake
Yeah,
up
it's
fat,
true.
you know, man.
Yeah, it's true. That was crazy last
Yeah,
night.
they were right, wasn't it? I can't really walk right there, but
But you know,
I feel-
between me and
I'm just saying, yeah, because you see when you keep it within certain things, you see
Yeah.
even certain things that when you go out and you have a fight with Mandem, yeah, as much as Mandem got tools and this and that and done this and that, they make it so dramatic if a fight happened. Yeah, instead of phoning each other tomorrow, like, oh,
Because
no,
majority
no,
of the time
no.
it's black people.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
That's what I'm
So we're
saying.
so extra.
Like,
Like,
man will phone you because you both can scrap, not because one man can't scrap, because both of you can scrap. And you gave each other two black guys. Yeah, man's phoning you like, oh fuck, that was stupid. I mean, you like it for a drink.
It's true.
Yeah,
And you
like,
go for
it's
a
so
drink,
true.
black eyed up.
That's
I've
the
seen them do it,
difference. That's
cuz
the
yeah,
difference.
both of them black
That is
eyed
the
up.
difference.
that will tell you that they want to just. It's like
It's true.
Like, you're draining it. Come on.
Mandem was taking it so seriously.
Like, why did you?
Now they've
why
called
did you
everyone and
do
told
that?
them my man violated
Too
me.
much.
Wants to get tooled.
And maybe we
coming
need to take a
wait
leaf
for
out
you.
of that side's book, the
Again,
lad's
again,
book.
again.
Like, they're so lighthearted,
Because
you know?
this is the thing. Because my thing is, things happen. That's it. It's done.
Done.
Move on.
And let's
Like,
move on.
Literally.
That's
Let's
it.
move
holding
on.
this
Why are we
unnecessary
still-
grudge and malice.
Why are we still down
maybe
here?
I need to learn. Maybe I've got learning to do.
Don't worry, we all got learning
to do.
But we're going to help you with it. Are you going to help us?
Where I will always stay, yeah,
Yeah.
is I feel like you lot, yeah, I mean all of you, not all, some of you lot in this room, you think too deeply about things. You see me, yeah, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong for this, and I'll accept the wrong if you say I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't think about the depth of things. I just see the principle, and that's it.
course.
And maybe
Of course.
if I thought about the depth of it, it might save me from certain things. So if I thought, this man's gonna snitch on me, so I'm not gonna pull out my something on him because he's gonna snitch on me. But this is a road dude, so you shouldn't really snitch
Yeah,
on me. So
yeah.
I'm gonna punch you up, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
run you.
yeah,
Maybe that might be the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But my heart though.
It-
You
I
see
know
my
what you
heart
mean.
though.
Yeah, I get what you're
You see
saying.
my
I
heart
get
though.
it.
You see my heart though. You see my heart though. If you grabbed and sexually assaulted my girl in front of me, and you grabbed, because that's what it is. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah, of
sexual
course,
assault.
of
So
course.
if you grabbed my girl's
Or
ass and
harassment,
sexually
whatever.
grabbed, I don't differentiate. My mind
But we've been
doesn't-
told
my-
not to.
the- My
That's
mind
the
does,
problem.
but my mind
That's
does
what
not
it is.
process. You're not gonna snitch on me, and you're gonna snitch on me. My heart is gonna process.
It's the person you are.
Yeah, it's that.
And I have to go back to
that's-
that.
yeah,
You know why?
that's you as a
Because
person.
my friends, I've had issues with this in the past. My friends I fell out with a friend for me not being able to defend her in the way I should have.
Yeah.
I'm a person, and if you know me and you're around me, I'm a person. I definitely watch my surroundings, and number one, I am who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. Number one. And definitely, I'm not gonna be doing this like where. Do you know what I mean? Depending on where I am, I'm not gonna be doing certain stuff. So it's like, don't try and draw me out my character. This is just me. This is gonna be me.
That's good that you're saying that.
You know what I mean?
No one's like from our community. People are not talking like
Everybody's
this.
different.
Everyone wants to talk like that.
No, but this is
on reactive.
And this
on a
is just
reactive
us.
a point. But you got to remember, there's sometimes within the how like when you get past 25, you start realizing, okay, not every situation needs
a retaliation.
Needs this level of
and
retaliation.
even before 25,
or
this
needs
is
that
just how I've been.
level.
Like,
Do you know what I mean?
because I need to be there to protect.
Do you get it?
You see when it comes to
my people.
Yeah.
Right?
If I'm not there for my people,
well, how does it make sense by making off that?
I agree with that, but my only
I'm not gonna get no badge on.
But I totally agree with
money.
that. When you get old, you start to get a sense of, is this worth it or is this not
Of
worth
course,
it?
yeah.
I agree with that totally.
Yeah.
My only thing I don't agree with, is if two of the same situations happen based upon where he comes from and where he comes from.
It's not where he comes from.
Or how he grew or the consequence. Okay, let me take it back.
Surroundings.
No, wait.
The surroundings.
Cool. I'm going to change it then because it's the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Based upon his surroundings and his surroundings, I'm going to treat them differently because the consequences might be different. Yeah, but the action was the same.
Action was the same.
The consequences are different. So I'm going to treat you different to you different. Forget the actions are the same. I'm going to treat you different because the consequences are different.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
No, that's understandable.
Because your actions are the same.
You should do the same thing.
I
And I get that. That makes so much sense.
Looking what the consequences
does.
are.
That makes too much sense. You're not
It does
understanding.
make
It's not
sense.
like you're chatting
It's not-
crap.
yeah, it
I
makes
know what you're
sense.
saying.
Okay,
Because
as long
there's
as
plenty of
you
times that I
No,
would...
it makes
No, I
sense.
understand what you're saying,
No,
but we're
it
just
makes
talking
sense,
about
but we're just-
the logical.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Deep
that's
down
it.
in our heart, yes, we want to punch. Yes, we want to
Of course,
retaliate crazy,
of
but
course.
the logical
It's true.
way of thinking is maybe not.
Do you know
Because
what I mean?
after you've done that crazy thing, now it's like, oh shit, I
Why
shouldn't have
did I
actually
do
done
that?
that. You know,
It's true.
There's too
like
much-
why did
That's
I?
what it is.
If we don't start using the scales within our community,
Yeah.
This
then
is gonna
we're
be
just gonna
a mess.
get
This is how
bumped.
it is.
We keep
Yeah.
bumping ourselves. Like it's not weighing up on the scale.
It's just not gonna. Yeah.
It's if we don't, and my thing is it's not about what I'm gonna do. Like, and I hope to God that I make the right decision in the right time. And I give all glory to God that I have made a certain right decision in the right time, even when sometimes I've made the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
But you got to remember that there's not enough conversations that program people's heads to think. So if a lot of conversations is just that, you know what, we're glamorizing the get back, we're glamorizing the fighting, we're glamorizing we're the only people that's got a genre of music that's based upon killing people.
Oh.
Like,
Do you get what I'm saying?
And I still don't get it, but yeah.
And then the things that we call ourselves, like mad, like crud, fully dance, all of these different things, yeah, that
fully stupid, like
stupid. Even in
yeah, but that's
New
what they're
York,
trying to say.
that's what
I'm
they
nuts. I'm crazy.
So in New York, like you
You
stupid.
lot are going against you lot principles because if they're thinking, they know why they're doing it.
Of course. They're not stupid. That's what I'm saying. They're not dumb.
no.
We
They
know.
want us
Yeah.
to use these words.
Of
course.
but that's
So
what it's like.
we're
They want us
affirming
to be-
these words in our life.
Yeah,
We're
we
not
are.
affirming
We're
positive
installing
words.
them
Not,
in our
I'm
lives
amazing,
because
I'm
it's-
great, I'm
yeah.
bright, I'm light, I'm all these things.
Let me show you my thing and where my head is, and we're gonna put
After
it
that,
this
we're
way.
gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, that's fine.
It's very juicy, this one.
It's
very
juicy.
and it's good. A lot of people, they're in it already. In
Man,
the
no,
air, but
no,
they're
no,
in
man,
it. You understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? What I'm saying is, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
What does he mean to you lot?
Activists. Just like
hero. He was a hero.
Yeah,
So let me ask you a
just
question. There's a lot of people that stood up for their rights, yeah, and they made something. They actually what was in their heart. They never fought with their head. I'm telling you something. Forget their head. They fought with their heart, and they knew it was going to put them in a position that might even fuck
put
up
them on
their
the
life.
outside,
And it was
but
going to put them on the outside, but they still decided to do it. Do you know why? Because even though
it was right.
some people in this room, not in this room, some people in the world might turn around and say, be careful what you're doing because it's going to put you in a position
Yeah.
where it's going to fuck up your
I know where you're
life. They
going with
already
this.
knew that. They
Yeah.
chose that for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said, in my heart,
I know it's
I'm
right.
going to be the 1%
Yeah.
that's
That's
going to do
gonna
what
do
I
that,
want to
yeah.
do in
Yeah.
my heart because I'm following my heart.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm against racism.
And that's
if the
why I
rest
said
of the
I
world don't
agree.
want to stand up,
That's
I'm
it,
going to
yeah.
spend the rest
But
of
that's
my
why I
life
said
in
I
jail.
agree.
I
The
agree.
fact that
I'm
you're
saying-
like
so
that.
what I'm saying,
I do.
people are thinking, people talk about logics, and logic to them is
It's
not
not
putting
to do
yourself
that.
in a bad position.
I get that.
Yeah, but I
get that.
I'm not
You're that one
but
person
I
that
look
will
up
do
to
it.
Nelson
You will do
Mandela
that.
and these type of people
Yeah,
because they were willing to put themselves on the line
Yeah, for
what
everyone
they
else,
thought
yeah.
their heart was. So certain people
That's
might turn
true.
around and say, well, you should have been thinking.
You shouldn't have. Yeah, you
Because
should have done
It's
this.
so
If you
Yeah.
never done that,
That's
then
so true.
you would have been in jail.
Yeah.
But
half your
how
life.
often does that happen?
But go
No,
look.
but
Go.
How often does that really
Well,
happen?
but I'm difference in people. That's
Go-
where
I know. That's
That's
what I'm
why
saying. But we're in a reality
But
where
go-
that
That's
shit will
not
take you
normal.
down.
Yeah.
Go
So
watch-
we gotta
if
just
you-
be realistic with ourselves
Definitely.
and be like,
Go
It's
watch
true.
Winnie Mandela's story and still feel like you can say that.
and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
that's what I'm
everybody's
saying.
so
It's the whole
different.
script.
For
It's-
one
it's the
person,
whole
one
script.
person's
It's so
treasure
true.
might not be the other person's treasure. You get what I'm
Shit,
trying to
what
say?
his
Like,
wife had to go through and do
It's crazy.
for his thing to even make sense.
Yeah.
You think Nelson Mandela regretted his? He knew what he was doing.
I don't think he regretted
I don't
anything.
think he regretted
No,
it.
I don't think he regretted,
So
but-
do we understand that there's some people in life like Nelson Mandela
And like
that
you.
Like yourself.
and like myself,
Yeah.
They
that
won't
you lot
regret
might
it,
think
yeah.
it's a wrong decision because the consequences are going to be bad.
Yeah.
But
you
people
don't-
like
yeah.
me and Nelson, I'm not putting.
Well, that's what you
myself in the
believe
same
in.
position
Yeah.
as Nelson
But I
Mandela.
get- but you
But I
get
get
the
it.
same
understand
kind of,
where,
yeah.
Where
if
you're
I
coming
do something from my heart
Yeah.
and it puts me in a bad position, do you understand where I'm not going to feel like?
No,
Nelson
I get
Mandela-
you because
Yeah,
you're
I
just
get
all
you.
about principle.
I get it.
Principle,
Yeah,
capital
I com-
P, that's
yeah,
what it
it's
is.
not like you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong for
Of course
thinking the
not.
way you think. Do you get what I mean? Because you reacting, like, for example, from that same situation, there's nothing wrong with it.
You know what I think is wrong? Is that I know you personally, yeah? And I know your answer's probably real.
Yeah.
But if we ask anyone that question, everyone's answer's gonna be the same.
That's a fact.
What in the way
Yeah,
of
that's
opposite
a
to me?
No, as in the
No,
same,
Same
as
as
yours.
you.
They're gonna
And
answer.
some people
Because it's the
are
truth.
like
It's the
that.
truth because I know a
100%.
hell of people right now that
Yeah,
will say
it's
the
true.
same thing.
They'll be
you're
like,
saying.
what? Yeah.
But we're always the only two that
Whatever.
strike out
And you know
like,
where
no,
that
but
comes
hold on
from?
a minute though.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
We're always the like, wait, are you sure? They hate me. Listen,
Not
my
everybody
friends hate me for that.
is really
fuck
gonna
that.
do that.
I'm wrapping this up. This is the difference between me and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason why you lot can actually say I really mean it, and a lot of people are just saying it because it sounds cool. My state of it does not come from badness.
No, it just comes from you
Them
as a
lot want to
person.
do that and say that because it sounds bad. Yeah?
It's just you.
I'm saying it and I really mean it and I really do it. Not because of a state of badness, because of the way I grew and I was around food. I'm emotional.
And how you are.
I'm emotional.
That's so
And I
understand.
wear
But
my
that goes back to what we
hereditary.
was talking about.
And
That's
that's
what
what
you've been.
That's just how I feel.
And that's
Hereditary.
it.
And I grew up around
Hereditary.
females.
Hereditary.
That makes so much sense. We're gonna
It's
end it right there.
almost-
So.
Yeah, end it right there. It's true.
Hereditary.
Almost that mother
Oh, I
kind
love
of.
that.
Yeah,
Guys, I love that. That
That
was
was
so
great.
interesting. Like very
that was
different.
intense.
Oh,
Exhale.
That was.
let me breathe out now. But yeah, guys, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for watching. Woo! Mwah. Hey guys.